Dave,
hello and welcome to the Arcade Hangout episode number 101. It is the learning episode. Hangout 101.
The longest running live arcade podcast.
Oh, snap. He went there. He went there.
I wasn't even prepared for that one.
Yes, we're a bunch of arcade collectors who like to meet once a week and chat about collecting arcade games. We're going to start off with tonight's question. And tonight's question, I just came up with it from
just answer the question.
101, Hangout 101, and it's basically, what's the thing you think you've learned the most since being either an arcade collector or being on the show or whatever you want? Is this hobby, what is it the most that you think you've learned? Technical or not, doesn't matter if it's technical or non-technical. I don't really give a shit what it is. And then once we're done with that, we're going to also talk about the second week of our Craigslist challenge. I know there's a few of us who have gotten quite a few responses, and some of us have basically gotten shit.
I think we've all gotten shit.
We've all gotten shit, yes, but there's some people on top that have gotten some
shit.
decent responses. And although not here, there has been a purchase, even a confirmed purchase.
Yes, there has been.
What?
Yes. So let's go around the room. Let's go. I know Carrie does not want to answer the question first. She's eating, and her dog looks like staring her right down there. So, let's go Gak.
All right. What have I learned the most since I started collecting arcade games?
What do you think you've learned the most? I know you haven't learned how to do a fucking cap yet.
Damn it, you beat me to that joke.
I thought for sure he would have been pressured into that by now.
Make good friends that know how to do it. I'd probably say my number one thing would be just patience. You have to have patience for everything.
Grasshopper.
Troubleshooting, trying to fix stuff, or trying to find the right deal, or you prepay for artwork maybe, and you're waiting on getting that. All that kind of stuff. I mean, everything's just kind of stretch it out. It takes time. So patience. That's my my thing.
The prices today have totally made that such an important part of the collecting. But in the early days, it wasn't so much because games were $100.
Yeah, and then not even talking price. It's just like you get this, you get something on a whim. You're just excited, and you're like, "Oh, a new game! Let me grab it." And then you realize you don't like it, or you're sitting on it for a while. What's that?
What did I buy this for?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, but one of the things is if you did buy it for cheap, even if it was something you didn't want, now that game is probably worth fucking $3,500.
Yeah, right.
So if you did hold on to it, it's good retirement.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna bounce it back at you, Orange Whip.
All right. I'm going to say since we started this show is what I'm going to answer it by, but everybody can answer it any way they want. But it's networking with people. God
damn it! I have nothing now. Everyone took mine.
Well, you can do technical stuff too, but yeah, before this, especially in Vancouver, there's not really any other collectors here. I was always kind of on my own. I did hook up with the Seattle group a little bit, but ever since we started doing this and we're going to events and helping with events, and I walk to other events now, and people know who I am, and just talking with people in general, it's helped. Part of it's not even the fact that I know more people. It's just I'm opening up more to people, that it's easier to chat games with people you might not know or anything like that. So that's what I would say. Just networking with more people. Yeah. So I will pass along. Let's go to Jimbo since he doesn't have any answers.
You fucker! I'm gonna copy that.
Well,
I was gonna say something very identical. Because hand jobs. Find someone that gives a what are we talking about now? Hand jobs. Yeah. No. I was going to say the same thing basically, and I was going to word it a little differently, but it's all like it's probably the same with every other hobby. But I was thinking about, it doesn't matter what technical knowledge you learn. It all boils down to someone's got to teach you. I mean, yeah, you can learn a lot of shit on the internet, but a lot of times if you want to get shit done in this hobby, it's all about who you know, and you're not going to really get there unless you reach out and start meeting people. So, I mean, I would say probably I'll put different spin on this. I would say be a little more outgoing and not afraid to just talk to people and reach out and build up some karma. You know, good vibes. Make people like you so that you can, you know, they can teach you stuff. You can hopefully down the road help other people that you pick up some knowledge from, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'm rambling here, but yeah, it's all like network, yes, but it's all about who you know. So you're gonna have to talk to people because learning shit on the internet only gets you so far. I mean, that's how I started. I started by just researching shit online, but man, as soon as you start like building you make some friends, you start reaching out to people, you build good relationships, exponentially the stuff you can find, resources goes way through the roof.
So basically, what you're saying is that you can learn a lot from masturbation, but really you got to hop into bed with somebody.
Yes, yeah. It's like to quote American Pie, you know, you don't want to play racquetball, you want to play tennis. You want a partner to hit the ball back to you. No. So yeah, and Mock isn't here, but he's a prime example. Like he's helping me with my Toki project.
Oh, you're talking about his masturbation. All right, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm sure he can hit the ball back, if you know what I'm saying.
I think a good example of that would be Paul Luop from Grinkers this year. Like before that, he didn't really know anybody, and then he comes in there, and all the people that he met because he basically just walked up to us and introduced himself. And a lot of people don't do that, right? A lot of people just kind of hide in the corner, and
we knew who he was.
There's a lot of those type of people in this hobby, so.
Yeah. He got crazy hugs.
Yeah,
and we got him drunk.
Well, I mean, if we know he's looking for something, I'm sure all of us will be looking out for something for him, right?
Everyone's got like their own niche. Like that's the other thing too. Gak kind of alluded to it. You know, not to go back you know go back to the whole cap kit thing, but he's got a good relationship with his friends. You know, they trade services. But I mean, like. They'll cap his a monitor and maybe he'll hook them up with like a control panel. So like, you know, in the long scheme of things, if it really doesn't matter if you know people, it doesn't really matter how much you know. Like they'll help you out. Like I'm no graphic designer, but shit, you know, Mock's helping with the Toki stuff. I've sent shit out to Rich and Kendra, and they've done a great job. So. I think that's the most valuable thing. Even if you know nothing, it's all about the people. If you can make good friends, you're in.
Yep.
Shit, I gotta pass it off. This is gonna become a weird tangent. That pancake shot's catching up with me. All right, Leo, go.
I guess I would just say be first. Like whenever there's like a private sale, just. From hearing like all the horror stories, people talk about how like, oh, I had a deal in place to buy this game, but then I went there and I found out, oh, we sold it to somebody else who happened to came here and had like $400 cash in hand. Like, just if you're gonna buy off of Craigslist, just even if you think you have a deal in place, just be the first one there because it's hard for people to turn down the money that's right in front of them, even if they have like a deal with somebody. I don't know. That's the one thing that I've always heard from people.
Do you know that from personal experience?
No, actually, I'm 1-for-1 on the games that I've bought. So
yeah, you just have the one, but
yeah, the one. I'm an arcade collector. Yeah. Collector, yes. For
arcade
now.
Singular collector.
Exactly. Eventually, there'll be a second one and a third one. Eventually, I'll just a slow learner at first.
So Leo, what's your next game?
If there was ever a WWF WrestleFest, I'd buy that. If there was a Bank Panic, I'd grab that. Or
I like Bank Panic.
Yes, so there's about five. There's like 5 or 6 games I think I would go, and I'd buy just I'd go and buy just because
his next project is to measure up his mad.
Oh shit! Yes, I need to do. I will do that tomorrow.
There's no
that. Oh crap!
There's no rush, dude.
No, I gotta do that tomorrow. Nope. Sorry about that. Yeah.
There's no rush. I was just joking.
No. I said I was gonna do that like a month ago.
Did you buy the Dexter board?
Ditto that. Yes. I say I'm gonna do a lot of things, and then I kind of wake up the next day and forget them. Yeah, I gotta write shit down. Otherwise, I kind of forget that too. So.
Yeah, it was at Grinkfest, so I wasn't expecting you to remember it.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying you guys had more wobbly pops than I did.
Yeah, just a few. Oh, and then up and down. If I saw that, I'd definitely buy that. Dave, pass it over to you.
What have I learned?
Wait, real quick, Leo, what are you drinking?
Sam Oktoberfest.
Thanks.
Nice. And a nice big mug too.
Yeah, I like that mug.
The official mug, yeah, the Sam Oktoberfest mug. It's nice. It fits 2 whole cans or 2 bottles of it. Yeah, so it's a nice little. Get you in trouble fast, but yeah, it's good.
There you go.
Do you own a glass boot?
No, I do not. Although we were at the, probably none of you know this. There was a hurling series at Fenway Park this week, this past Sunday, and the Clare team. My cousin knows one of the people over there too, so the captain had to drink a big boot of beer after the game on Sunday too. It was quite a sight to see. That, I mean, it wasn't just like a boot. This thing was like, holy shit! Like, yeah, it was an impressive beer. So yeah. Sorry, yeah, Dave.
Sorry, to Dave. Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, no, my.
Well, I really liked what Jim. I caught the tail end of what Jim was saying there about networking and the friends. I mean, everybody in here, Leo is now. We've shared a room like multiple times. He's been to Buffalo. We've been to Brofest 2 or 3 times. And then
so in other words, it's great for close relationships and getting intimate with your fellow hobbyists.
You were saying about like people helping you out. Who was Dave? You the one that told me that the game that I bought that I was looking for was on sale.
Speaking of hand jobs,
because you mentioned it, and I'm like, holy crap, Leo, it's your grail. And I've been looking at Club, and I've never seen a Mad Dog McCree. And then all of a sudden, like, if you want it, man, I don't know, that's up to you. But I haven't seen one in a couple of years.
Right.
Then jumped on it.
Then I realized I had moved into my new place yet, and I was living with my parents temporarily. So it was like,
that was last year, right?
Yeah. What am I gonna do with this thing until I buy it? Luckily, the seller said, "Oh, he shipped it when I actually moved into my place." So yeah.
But networking and like I haven't done much technical stuff at all. But it's all going in the bank.
Virtual fist
That's why you and Gak don't hang out too often. You can't trade services.
We would just be babbling messes, all drinking beer, and looking at our game. What do we do next?
Plug in.
Yeah, I'm just like, it's fucking broken. It's broken. It's cousin Brian's.
That shit's broke. You want a beer?
You have a beer.
Yeah, you want a beer? It's a great coaster.
Let's text everybody and ask them.
But the worst is when your little 5-year-old goes, "Daddy, when are you going to fix this game?" I'm like, "Son, that's a good question."
Shut up!
Daddy, I want to
go get Daddy a beer.
I go, "So do I, son. I would love to play that game."
Maybe when the arcade fairy comes.
Just as a side note, Dave, you weren't here last week. I don't think. I would love to see your collection now. I don't know what you have anymore.
Well, I have.
You can do it later.
I think he has Fire Escape.
I do.
You found a fire like a fire?
I know. I got lucky.
Damn,
I got lucky.
That's a find.
It's
I
funny.
hope the cabinet wasn't swelling.
Yes, me too. No, the Fire Escape. I'm actually gonna keep. It's gonna be the first one that I found.
Aww.
Because that's the one. Yeah, my father's like, you know what? You got to take this because I'm not gonna. It's in his back garage, and so I go, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna take that one. So it's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. And he worked out the kids.
Did you guys hug?
We hug all the time.
Okay. Good. Actually, that's one thing I've learned. How to fucking mad
Dave likes to hug. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a hugger. I will before I have an off-road Operation Wolf, Asteroid, Centipede, Punch Out, Donkey Kong, Spy Hunter, Frogger, Super Hang On upstairs, a Fire Escape, and I also have a Karate Champ that's in Cousin Brian's house, which I haven't. Yes, which I can't wait. That's I overpaid for that.
No way.
Well, it's my cousin.
You couldn't.
Well, when I see like Coin Op Warehouse, like a beautiful one for $500, and I paid Brian $3.25 for this. This thing's a piece of junk, but I have extra boards. But whatever. I'm like, these aren't going for a lot of money. Like, what did I do? I'm looking at it, and I'd already agreed. I'm like, what did I do? It's got no back door, Brian.
Just make sure he keeps helping you move games, if you know what I mean. Yeah. He'll make up for it.
Yeah.
Nothing's more gratifying this day and age in this hobby when you find a game that no one seems to give a shit about that you enjoy. It's like, oh shit, you just found gold or something because oh crap, this is a game that goes for $200 to $300. Yes,
I know, right?
Well, I've been since seeing your Super Hang On the last week's Man Oh Man's, like how beautiful it was. Like I look at mine, I'm like, mine's excrement, but it's still cool. Like it's but there's potential there. But I'm like, this is a really good game. You're right. It's fun with the controls, scheme. It's ours. This is fun.
Once you get that vibration motor going, it's like a whole different experience. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm
Dave,
excited.
I don't know if you saw mine, but it looked like excrement as well.
Like those all of a sudden blew up though. All of a sudden they're everywhere. It seems like
Todd Tucky's got that shroud that I think I might. I'll text him in a little or email him again because he emailed me back actually like, hey Dave, are you still interested?
Is he not far? Where is his place?
Well,
Philly.
no, he's in Philadelphia. And since my wife works for an airline, there's like 6 flights to Philly. I could go on for free. Fly in the morning. It's only 43 minutes from the airport. Rent a car and then just go to Home Depot, get a big box, and I could check it. Since I'm like an husband of an employee, so it wouldn't even cost me. I'd get to see his place, and then it'd be cheaper than shipping it because I'm flying for free besides the car.
Right.
But
that'd be a big box though. I mean that cowl is pretty big.
Yeah, if I can even fit in the car, that's another thing. But I think they'd let me check it.
It's like a fiberglassy plastic, so I pack that shit really well. That's all I'm saying.
Just bring him a couple pounds of coffee; he'll give it to you.
Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna go to Daddy Pop's and have breakfast with him. Did you go there?
No,
when you were there.
That was before he was going to there on the show.
Yeah, he was. I was just watching the other day.
Yeah.
But that's it. I got nothing technical. Just maybe pricing. I'm kind of like knowing when a good deal's out there, I can spot it. Versus I'm going to pay too much for this, or it's like this is. But in Western New York, there's nothing. There's nothing. Like Western New York, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse, Pittsburgh a little, but just at least no one's selling like classics. They're only selling 16 ones or.
Has the Czech guy ever bought you a game from Pittsburgh and like hooked you up with that stuff?
No, I do look. I do look on Pittsburgh just because he's right there, but no. But all right. So who hasn't? 1, 2, 3. Who's Buffett or who hasn't gone yet? Carrie,
Andrew Buffett.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go Carrie because she's in my screen. And the person to the right who hasn't gone.
Yeah, for a while there, it's like, did I not understand the question? I guess I'm maybe taking it a little too literally. For me, it would definitely be I've learned the most about electronics because I knew nothing, and I still don't know very much. But I know a hell of a lot more. I can stick the leads of my multimeter into my wall socket.
Let's keep it PG.
Be like,
nice set of leads you got there.
Yeah. and read the electrical current. So yeah, no, I mean that soldering, like I didn't know any of that stuff. Never soldered in my life. So yeah, there we go. I'm done. I'll boot it to Buffett.
Buffett might not be.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
here. He's here. Good.
Oh, I'm here. I've been listening to you. I'm running.
Yeah. I think his answer is desoldering.
Yeah. Right now, I'm running my micro machine, cleaning off contacts.
Hey, Buffett, here's a question for you before you answer. Did you know everything about monitors before getting into this hobby?
Nope, didn't know a single thing. Not a thing.
I hope that's your answer then.
Primarily, yes.
Since that's your business.
Yeah, no, I learned to ask questions and read and learn how to fix just stuff that I had, in my collection. Because once you get so many games, for some people with a few games, it's easy to send out a couple monitors. Me, after I hit the 55, 60 mark, well, I can't afford to be sending all that out. So I sat down and learned monitor repair, and the advice and help from reading and other locals and stuff like that. That's what helped me out the most. So that's what I got.
Did you go do or watch the Randy Fromm videos or any of that stuff, or his book?
I didn't find out about them until later on. So for general knowledge and seeing what I didn't know and what I could pick up as far as tips and tricks and this and that and what to look for. Yeah, I've watched most of them, but I haven't seen them all. So,
sure.
But yeah, I would watch him because I enjoyed the way he talked and just how he described things and what to look for, and made it kind of made sense, and rather than thinking about it too technical, kind of break it down and measure what you think is wrong, go from there.
Right.
So
yeah, no, I mean, I didn't. The reason why I asked is because thanks to one of the people that's on I was able to watch them, and I was just amazed at their old videos, but I was amazed at how good of a speaker he is and how he just dumbs things down and makes it actually really interesting, a lot of the stuff. I mean, I guess if you're not interested in this sort of thing, maybe you would lose interest, but I was really especially the monitor section about how he did stuff,
right.
Well, he explained everything,
right. And when you can take a term that is horizontal output transistor and break it down into a term that people understand, and not to make it to where it's so overly complicated on how it works, why it works, and what it does, and say, you measure this, it has to do with your horizontal section. You measure for a short across here. If it's shorted, you take it out and test it again. Do you need to know what it does? No.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, how many times does he say in his video that I would explain this, but you don't need to know it, or I could care less. It's stupid shit. It's so funny.
Like as long as you can measure the junction drop, that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all you really. That's a lot of times that's all you really need.
Yeah, look at the junction drop.
That's the difference between practical and theoretical knowledge, right? It's like, do you understand the theory behind how the horizontal output section works of the monitor, or do you just need to hear the practical knowledge of how to fix it? And
there are plenty of people in this hobby that would love to chat your ear off for an hour to talk about why this does what it does, and
sure. And if you're teaching people how to build monitors from scratch, then sure, that's good, useful knowledge and a good intelligent, great conversation. But for most people, it's no, I just want to understand enough so that I know how to fix it, troubleshoot it, and then repair it.
Yeah. So
that's the practical side of it.
Right, and that's kind of I get a lot of requests. Why don't you why don't you teach a class? And I'm like, well, I could, but there's a lot of setup that goes with it. But also, I don't know all that crazy noise. So, my class would be, here it is, hands-on, we're going to do it. I'm not going to sit here and explain to you something. It's
promises.
I don't know all that.
But I think there would be a lot of great benefit now that Randy's obviously not doing videos anymore, but a lot of benefit to have that kind of knowledge out in the community of that. That's the reason why to some degree the arcade restoration podcast I think do well. John's Arcade obviously being the sort of premier example, but that's the reason why people latch onto that. It's all practical knowledge because it's not coming from a technical perspective.
That's one of the first times I ever met Seattle guys. Is they were holding one was a monitor repair workshop, and another one was just a general arcade fixing workshop, and I went to both of them. And it was a guy. He doesn't work for the government, but he helps design stuff for the U.S. Navy for their ships out of Bremerton area, and he knows how to do all that kind of stuff. And so he held classes for whoever from the Seattle group wanted to go to him. We paid, like, he made money from it, but that was fine. Everybody who wanted to go, and that was like one of the best experiences because I actually got hands on with monitors that I never touched, or certain things, tools. Like I didn't have a desoldering gun, the Hacko 808, and then another guy there did, and he goes, "Oh, here, just try this," because I was trying to get a flyback off, and I fucking couldn't do it. And he hands me his Hacko gun, and I was like, "Holy shit, I gotta buy one of these things." And if I never met people like that, I wouldn't have had a clue.
Yeah, and that's what I would do is I've got a couple stations here, so I would bring a lot of my practical hands-on tools, and I would bring a lot of, like the same busted like G07 chassis, in different ways. I don't know what they are, and we would sit down. I would give a general overview of this is how it kind of works, and this is what we're going to do, and everybody go get one out of the pile, and here we're going to start.
Yeah, we were encouraged. If you didn't have that, we were encouraged to bring our own, and I did. I actually brought a G07 chassis with me. And that was one of the first monitors I ever fixed.
I keep one in the trunk of my car.
Yeah, absolutely. But I've got enough of them, so they could just go get them out of the pile, and we could sit down and start figuring out, start with the basics and then go from there and see what happens. Some of them are going to be easy fixes. Some of them are not going to be easy fixes. But if, say, you have 2 people have an easy fix out of 6 people, well, after their fixes are done, well, maybe they could team up with somebody else and they could brainstorm and try to figure out what's wrong with it. So,
boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Always relevant. Always relevant.
So, but yeah, no, I'd like to do it. Just would people pay for it, and how would you set it up, and what would you have to charge to do that kind of thing, and like I got plenty of places around here to do it, but cost and travel and all that stuff pays a big part in it.
All right, so now that that's said, what's your answer to the question?
I already answered the question, but yeah, overall it's let me see. What do you believe? The most I've learned is just 1, patience, like everybody else. You can't rush things, and 2, just take your time and figure it out. And when you can't figure it out, don't keep screwing with something and get the advice from others.
Bring in the logic probe.
So yeah, just patience and take.
I feel like singing "Kumbaya" for some reason.
My lord. All right, pass it on to all of our Andrew.
All right, go Andrew.
All of our Andrews.
So happy to be bringing up the back.
Oh, well, you brought up the front plenty of times.
After
all that gold bond
no
talk,
one dare follow 34K.
Hey, normally I'm last, so shush.
No, not at all. I would actually say that like my most practical thing takeaway would be actually like specifically soldering. So like I'd done soldering before the hobby. But like I remember fixing a mouse that went bad. My buddy David, who a bunch of you guys have met at Grinkers 2 years ago, he does electrical engineering and sound engineering for a living, and so he basically taught me how to actually solder it. And that knowledge, like, was like I'd done it enough to basically know what I was doing, but not really in sort of a production practical, could use it in your real life kind of thing. And now like people at work bring me broken electronics, headphones, someone brought me their vape pen that wasn't charging, was fucked up, and like all this stuff that I've just like, all right, sure, yeah, I'll take it home, throw it on the bench and fix it. So it's like a practical, useful skill to thwart the whole disposable, sorry, I'm distracted with the noise. Why am I? All I see is Carrie. Not that I'm complaining, but like that's all. So yeah, no, it's a wonderful like life useful skill, and I like soldering.
You like tinning your tip?
Tuna tip, yeah. Well, and then the extension of that is like, you know, the
extension.
Extended tip tinning.
was working on monitors after that. Was like, so like actually like taking something, you know, like a monitor that was dead, like which admittedly when I got into the hobby, monitors were, and I think this is the truth for a lot of people, monitors were by far the most intimidating part. And like I remember at some point I got my first Donkey Kong, and it was the first monitor that was really giving me problems. And I remember someone telling me how to adjust I think it was the B plus on it, and I remember looking into the monitor and reading the manual and looking at schematics and reading a bunch of shit online.
What the fuck is the B plus?
And just being like, is this like some sort of fucking initiation for you guys? Because it's like this horrible little pot that's like straight down. You have to reach into like the scariest, darkest part of the
Nintendo caps or Nintendo monitors. Yeah,
you need one of those adjustment tools that's like that.
Yeah, and you have to have an adapter for it. So I just remember being like, "You guys are fucking with me," because this is how.
And there's epoxy on this that's holding it in place. You dicks.
Right. So it's like I totally thought it was this like horrible initiation in the arcade community is working on a fucking Sanyo, and it is. So there you go. But
that was my first successful cap kit.
Yeah, mine too. Yep. And that's the one of the most complicated monitors to tear apart. However, like doing that and then moving from there on to 4900s and G07s, it's like fuck, man.
Walking apart.
When we tackled the Sanyos and tearing apart those monitors for all the red tents, I was like just tearing shit off, like whatever. I can tear one of these things down in like 5 minutes. And then
I discovered the 4600 in eyes, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dicks!" like going back 10 steps.
Right. But yeah, no, I mean, like working with Sanyo as your first first monitor, that was like intimidating as fucking. Yeah. So yeah, and then the first time plugging it in and like adjusting the B plus and getting it dialed in, and then holy crap, it works! And I fixed my machine. Yeah.
You know what? You know what? That's a good point. I don't think that feeling of suspense is this going to work when it comes to any like board repair monitors. That's never completely left me. That's always there. I'm like, yeah, this is probably going to work, but until I fire it up, there's always that suspense there that will never leave me. Like it's always there.
I do this thing like when I'm first like testing a monitor, and I still do, like where it's like I back it off, I plug it in, and then I get as far away from it as I can with a power switch, like a power strip with a toggle switch on it, and I'm like, click, and I just. And I have never smoked a thing. I've never smoked a monitor. I've never blown a cap or never installed one backwards on a monitor. But like I still have that like weird like, and I'm not going to stand next to it when it goes, and then I hear that little boo. I'm like, yes,
high voltage. Yeah, no, my big thing. The only time that I've never smoked anything, but I had the G07 that's in my Frogger. God, that was a long time ago. That was like 7 years ago. I can't remember what the problem was, but I kept blowing the fuse. So I was like, please don't blow it. Pop. I was, fuck, and then it'd be then I probably went through like six fuses, but it'd be that like, and I'm like, ah, shit. I think it had something to do with like the filter cap or something. I can't remember what it was. It kept popping. It was a long time ago, but I kept blowing fuses, and so that was my big thing. But I'm with you. Like nothing's ever smoked, nothing exploded, but it's always that suspense. Yeah. I don't care if this is like my best soldering work ever, and it's already a working monitor. I'm just recapping it, and I throw it in there. It's always like, yes. Anyways,
so that's it.
So crickets.
So soldering and monitors. That's my answer. And we have no one else to go to. So shall we move on to our Craigslist?
Everyone.
You guys got to go to the live show, man. The live show last year was fun. That's what made me to get you all pumped up, to show all clips. It was great.
Live
I want to go
show.
again.
What live show? Yeah,
What are
sorry.
you talking about?
Yeah, they have a traveling. They have a traveling Price is Right live show.
I went to that in Vegas once
for a minute. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
No, I went last year with the wife, and it's funny because I'm like doing the math, like how much it costs to get in here, how much seats, and they don't like. You really have to be close. They give away like the grand prize. Well, a Nissan Versa.
Brand new
I didn't even know you could buy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could buy a car for $11,000. Like I did not know that the base price of a Nissan Versa was like 11. So like the total price was like I think it was under 20 grand. They give like an
Actual
Apple
retail
away,
price.
a trip to Hawaii, and I'm like, that's no way. So as soon as immediately I'm like, you can get a new car for 11 grand, whatever it was. I had
Not
no
a good
idea.
one, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, screw this, I'm going to the dealership and buying
Yeah.
a new car for you, a new car for you, and a new car for you.
one.
11 grand though. That would be like one of those old like Geo Metros, right? I mean, like
Dude, it was like
for 11,000.
It was like 11.9. A girl at work's
I had
got
a
one. Or she
three-cylinder.
Imported from
It
some
won't be
sketchy
able to
third
fly
world
past
country.
me.
Hand built in the Philippines or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Three-cylinder. I can't.
None of the wheels match.
You can hit like 40 miles an hour. It's not like you're doing like 80 down the raceway.
all the panels are different colors. Just slightly.
You get
It's
40
got
miles
that
per gallon, but it's got like a 5-gallon tank.
You can walk it home, you know.
It's just a motorcycle with shit tacked on.
Yep.
See, now I got it's gonna bug me. I gotta look right now and see what the
So Clint is in her smart cars are not 11 grand. Those things are fucking expensive, aren't they?
smart cars.
I don't even know if they.
I thought
Most
you
of the places
could
up
get
here
it for
don't even
less
sell those anymore.
Really? Oh, I thought they were like kind of like stupid. They're all like Mercedes, right?
than that. No, smart car is those little super short cars.
Yeah, up here those were like 30 grand.
Oh, the zip cars. Yeah, those are. I think those are expensive. Yeah.
What's the MSRP smart?
I don't even buy smart cars anymore. I don't think.
Yeah. One little fender bender and you're in a casket.
Well, I think it turned out that because the 3-cylinder engines in them, they actually ended up polluting more than if you had a bigger car with a bigger motor in it.
Right.
Dude, starting MSRP for a Versa sedan is 11,990.
Yeah,
How
Versas
is
are
it
actually
possible?
Versas are not a great car.
How is that possible? I didn't know you could even get a car that cheap. That's why the Price is Right, that final thing fucking threw me off. I'm like doing the math. Trip to Hawaii, a car? It's got to be 20. I was like, it's like 35 grand or at least. And I'm like, when it came under like 20 grand, I go, that's not possible. I didn't know you could even buy a new car for that cheap.
Did the person you were bidding against bid $1 in their showcase and you got really pissed off? Or...
No, I was just an observer.
Oh, okay.
I did not participate.
Okay.
My wife, we were waiting. Somebody next to us got called. I don't know if they wanted the TV or not. The prizes were minimal, but it's experience.
Sorry, what's that?
Looks like a smart car goes for around 12 grand.
12. Well, that's cheaper than I thought.
Same here. Wow.
So they do like a car share program here in Denver that it's all like the smart cars, the car to goes. I don't know if you guys have those where you guys live. But my brother and I, and you guys, some of you guys have seen, at least Carrie has met my brother. I don't know if the rest of you guys have. But so my brother's 6'7", so same height as I am. And we're walking downtown and they were just introducing the program to Denver. And there was a guy standing with a clipboard and like a bunch of smart cars in front of him with a little car to go logos on them. And he's like, "Hey guys, would you like a free ride in a smart car?" And I was like, "Well, could we have two?" And he's like, "Well, you both want to go for it?" And I was like, "No, one for each foot."
Yeah.
There's no fucking way you're gonna get 2 6'7" guys
for you.
in one of those cars, let alone two of us. So anyway. They're cute. All right, 12 grand. You know, I like small cars, so that's appealing. I'm glad to see they're reasonably priced.
So what was that? How do we get?
How do we get on this? Yeah.
It was me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was the Price is Right.
Dave talking to you.
All right, so
Craigslist.
yeah, I think
We need Craigslist theme music.
Yeah, right.
What does Craigslist sound like, Jim?
Not in honor of our man from San Diego who gave us the list. You know The horn.
Oh wait, I got it. Wait, hang on a second.
Oh no. That's not the one, but yeah.
I was thinking the one the horn trip did last
we
week.
were crying about last week.
The Kukiracha at the
the dual horn. It's the second version. It's slightly
It looks
higher
like
pitched.
it looks like we ran off Seabart and Griffin after last week.
Jim, we're waiting.
I don't think he doesn't have that one. And I'm not doing the same system I was last week.
Carrie's muted, it looks like.
I'm not sharing videos. So.
Where was the link to it? I'll play it.
It was just do like the Kukiracha horn on YouTube, and it was this second or third video, I think.
I was laughing. That was funny.
I think I ended up texting it to you guys after the show.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I was trying to go to bed, and my phone was.
Dave started the text that Dave did to the group. It's in there.
Yeah, my phone was going nuts. I'm like, what the hell? I'm in sleep.
You're fucking crying. Jesus. That's the one. You can tell because the first one stumbles, but the second one is good. It's the second one that really fucking does it. The first one sets it up, and the second one takes it home.
Oh yeah, the last one's not good.
Yeah, there's like three of them.
Yeah.
No, but you gotta play the kind of crappy first one and then follow that by the second one.
Yeah,
the first one's like kind of shitty, and then the second one takes it up a notch.
It kind of reels you in, and then it's like bam, hits you.
I'll have to pull that off there.
So does anybody have any? Well, Jimbo, you shared a picture of a Craigslist one earlier today. Did
I've been
you?
getting all kinds of shit, and by shit I mean shit. Like I'm running out of excuses to tell people. It's like sorry, that's too. That I'm not looking for cabinets that are deluxe size or whatever. I'm like and like the closest thing that I was like was that non-working Silver Strike, because the guy was like, do you want it? Do you want to pick it up, or would you pay anything for it? I'm like, oh well, Jesus, that kind of opens the door. But
it's probably got a K7 in
it. Silver Strike would have one of the flat tube CRTs.
Oh, the later, yeah. So that's right. That would have been like a 29,
like the 27-inch.
Yeah.
And Silver Strike is a fun game. Like I enjoyed playing that in bars and stuff. But God, it's a big ass cabinet, and I have no space for it here. I really don't want to use that real estate in my storage unit for that, because that'd eliminate like 2 games.
Yeah.
The Slack ones, Gak, is that what you've been looking at?
Those are the other ones. I don't know if you still have the other one I sent earlier. I'll send it now.
I asked him. I did ask. I responded today because he sent it yesterday. I responded today, and I said, and with all these responses, I'm always like, real gracious. Thanks for responding to the ad. Blah 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 blah. And I did ask him for pictures, because the only thing that would twist my arm to possibly picking it up is if it was like the real dedicated one, not the generic cab, but the one with the bowling pin sides, like had big bowling pins. I don't know if you guys have seen Silver Strikes, but they do it. They have a few variations of it, and there's a really slick one. The full dedicated one has giant bowling pins on the sides, and it looks pretty sweet. But otherwise, like today, I got what the fuck was it? It was like a cyber. It was like a two-person side by side cockpit, like motorcycle game that had like. Let me find it here. Oh, here we go. Let me share. There we go. So it's so this was like right before the show. This guy asked if I wanted this, wow. And that thing's a monster. It's like that's that's like the size of a T-Mech when you figure in.
You see a
And then
pinball to the right
the
there.
motorcycles have these giant fucking bases. Look at that shit. So like I don't have room for that. So it's stuff like I've been getting things like that. I had I'll stop screen sharing. I had a guy ask if I wanted, what did he have? He had it was a conversion. It was some stern cabinet I didn't recognize because the sides were red. And but had a stern coin door, but it was converted to a twin eagle. You know,
well, red. Did it have did the control panel kind of have a different layer of plywood on the sides? That might have been a not Berserk, Frenzy. Might have been Frenzy.
I looked up. I thought I looked at every stern cabinet. I didn't recognize it. I recognized the profile, but not the red sides, unless someone threw some laminate or some weird shit over it. But so I couldn't figure out what it was. It was nothing that interested me, and he wanted like. I saw it actually on Craigslist, and he was asking like $350 or best offer. I'm like, fuck that.
Right? Yeah.
You know, it's a beat the fuck cabinet too. And then he's like, and I also have this, and it's like some shitty looking poker game. So I'm like, no, like I've probably had probably 10 responses, but nothing that's remotely tempting, other than maybe that Silver Strike, and that's a stretch.
We should keep a running tally of how many responses we do get for the month. That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, in case somebody wasn't following from last week, because we didn't really describe it, what we've done is we've all put in our areas the exact same wanted to buy ad in our local Craigslist, and we're just comparing to see what we all get as responses for next month. So that was Jimbo's.
So that's me. Are we passing this? Are we doing this another round
sure,
of
you
this?
can pass it.
I will pass it to Gacky Poo.
All right. So I'm trying to get back here and that.
By the way, do you fix games, Gak?
I've fixed them before, not rebuilt monitors, but I can swap a power supply out.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah. So most of mine have been either people asking if I sell games cheap, or do I repair games? Can I repair their monitors?
I buy games cheap. That's the whole
Right.
point of the ad.
My listing does not say anything about I repair games, I sell games. It just says want to buy.
Well, good. When they ask you about monitor repair, send them my
Send your one, right?
Send my email. That's right.
Yeah. I should probably just say like a price and see how they feel about it. Like, well, yeah, it'd probably run about $300 to rebuild your monitor. Oh, okay, thanks, bye. You know.
Right. They take it.
You ask a friend.
Then I'll just mail it out.
Dylan to build it for you.
Yeah. So that's been most of it, and then just last night, I had someone call me, and she sounded kind of like a tweaker. She had that kind of nervous, kind of raspy voice, like chain smoker voice, and and I could hear some guy mumbling in the background, like listing off games to her, like, "Oh, tell them about this. Tell them about. Oh, we got this too." Like. So she rambled off a few circuit boards and said she had a few machines, and then she was kind of like wanting me to make an offer there while I'm talking to her. That's the cream of the crop there. So
wow.
So she said she would send me pictures. So she actually sent me a link to where she had a bunch of pictures. And
I think you should convert that into a redemption machine of some sort.
Yeah, that's the cream of the crop right there.
I think that needs to be restored back to a Galaxian.
Oh shit!
What's funny is that you guys
show the
make
front
a joke
view
about it should be a washing machine, but right behind it is a washing machine.
Yeah,
they blend right together. That one's just a little more colorful.
So it's like a ghetto candy cab. Look how they cut out all the coin door and everything.
Oh, wow.
It's maybe you put the in there.
so you can slide
maybe
your chair
not
underneath.
mock grant you, or could maybe do some vector like you know, of like socks and towels and stuff that you can put on the side.
I'm like, wow, man, that is like quite the piece of work there. But there's I just a few minutes ago, Orange Up, there's like 3 different cabs. So they have 3 machines, and then I don't know, maybe
starting
4
with
or 5.
the cocktail.
What's that?
Starting with the cocktail.
Yeah, the cocktail is she said it's a Phoenix cocktail, so I don't know if that's original or not. I get a blurry picture like that. That's what I got. So I just despise those control panels. How it's like pointing at you.
So hard to play.
Yes. Mr. Dew's Castle, that's I've seen that cabinet. I actually had one a few years back. It's like a kind of a generic cabinet that's a Galaxian kind of knockoff. It's made by Honly, Honly, I think. And yeah, so it looks like, I don't know if that's legit or bootleg Mr. Dew's Castle, who knows. But yeah, so you can see at the top there's like a metal bracket right in the middle of the top of the cabinet. And on the inside of that, on the inside there's actually like a couple of metal loops. And I want to say, like at the factory, that's how they move those things around. They just latch, an overhead crane to hook the machine up and move it around.
Oh shit!
And then they just leave them on the machine.
Did it have this carriage both sides on the bottom there in the front?
I'm not sure. I don't remember on the one I used to have, but it definitely had that metal bracket at the top like that. And then from the front view, you can see the upper marquee bracket. It's like really tall metal there.
Oh yeah, up here.
Yeah, so it's kind of a generic knockoff of Galaxian, I think, the original cabinet. But yeah, so
like this one, you mean?
Yes, right. There's the quote unquote legit one.
Oh my god, that is.
Yeah,
I mean, at least it's got a CRT in there.
Yeah,
that has to be the most tweaker cabinet I think I've ever seen.
No doubt, right? What drove someone to do that? That's a lot of work to cut all that stuff out.
But they got the angle.
Play games while they were doing their laundry.
They must have taken the cabinet apart and sawed those 2 sides together because the angle is like perfect, right?
Yeah, just nuts, man.
Well, and usually like the bottom of the cabinet's the part you want to throw away, but they kept it.
And then check out the marquee box at the top. It's like a different piece of wood. Like they mounted it up there.
On top, that looks like just like particle board or something.
Yeah, that's like the shit that would use like as a headboard for a waterbed.
Right. So yeah, that's quite the piece of work.
You know what? You put a board on the front and you put the T-molding slot all the way up. Put T-molding. It actually wouldn't look that bad, other than that angle.
Yeah,
it could be awkwardly passable as being like something originally, from a factory.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that does actually show some creative effort. I mean, like, how's the bezel mounted in there?
Yeah, I think that's probably original. How that angle is original. So whatever is like.
I missed this. Did somebody buy this?
No, this is someone contacted me yesterday.
Oh.
About buying all this stuff, and I said, before I even saw pictures, I just asked her. I'm like, so how much are you looking for all this? And she's like, well, it's just kind of a deal. We're looking for you to make an offer. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take a look. And then I said I'd get back to her today, but I haven't. So I don't know.
That Wicco might be worth something.
At least there's a CRT in there.
So let's say at the end of the day, so there was a besides this, there's a Super Cobra circuit board. I assume all this may or may not be working. There's a Super Cobra board. I think a Frogger.
Cobras!
And a Galaxian. So there's at least those 3 circuit boards. And then there's the machine that has Mr. Dew's Castle in it. Is that what it was? Mr. Dew's Castle? Whatever it was. Yeah. And then the Phoenix one. So there's, 5 circuit boards or something. And 3 cabinets, so 3 monitors. And there's some various other harnesses and joysticks.
The marquee for the Stern Super Cobra looks legit. The control panel looks legit.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm like, it's like, what would I even offer? I'm like, would she even take like $200 for all that? And then is it
Coke?
let's
How big of a tweaker is she?
Yeah,
buy a gram of weed.
Right. So so it's like if I offered $200 for all that stuff. First off, would she be like, oh, this should be like $2,000, Okay, well then
yeah,
that's
she
an
can
easy
cheat, no,
no,
fuck her,
right?
yeah, right.
But even if she took 200, I'm like, the amount of freaking work that is, maybe I'll make, $300 by parting all the stuff out or something.
Needs a cap kit. I'm out.
Yeah, and it's like, do I really want any of that stuff? Or I feel like, that's a situation like, what do I do? I'm like,
I'd take all the super cover stuff if you did pick that stuff up.
Yeah. Cobras.
Super Cobra is a game I'd like to get one day. So,
all right, I'll trade you for an ice cold beer.
Yeah.
Hey, did you see Matt Adams ice cold beer on Claw?
Yeah.
Sold 1,400. It's surprised
Yeah.
it's sold already. It looked nice.
Yeah, it looked pretty nice. Yeah.
Real nice.
Hey guys.
So yeah, that's that was my
What,
interesting.
Leo?
Oh, Leo taking off.
Leo, you
Yeah.
leaving?
I'm sorry. I'm tired. Yeah. Thank you very much.
It's late there. It's after
Say hi
midnight.
to your parents for me.
I'm in my own place now, damn it. I'm out of the basement.
You
Hey,
dick.
Leo, have a nice Thanksgiving.
I was going to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you as well,
I
too.
fear the multiples of turkeys you're going to down in the next couple days.
Yeah.
He's gonna gobble gobble.
Going to kill a small family of turkeys. It's going to be so good. Oh.
There's gonna be so much gas. There's gonna be so much gas in New England.
Yeah,
like the turkey hot wings.
A nice deep fried chicken. Oh, it's going to be delicious. All right, I'll talk to y'all next week.
All right.
Leo Boulder.
That's my favorite.
I like the little bassy one at the end there. Yeah, that's right.
All right, so I need to pass it on to someone, but I also have to go to the bathroom. So, who
Oh,
else has
geez.
done it?
I had one.
You had a fart too?
All right, Orange Whip.
Actually, well, I had one offer
Like,
for a machine.
Brian Frober, Liquid Thanksgiving.
And
Well,
it was
that's wild turkey. Yeah.
It was basically just an offer, make me an offer kind of thing. I hate make me an offers, but it was for this pin. It was on.
$10.
It turned out to be on Craigslist. I saw the prices. They were asking 1,200 Canadian for it, and so I
Nope. $50.
basically I asked a friend of mine who has like 50 EMs, and it turns out he has that one, and he paid $200 for his. And he said his was in about the same shape, if not better shape, than this one for $200. So that's what I said to the guy. I was like, well, I know a guy who just bought one less than a year ago for $200. I'm willing to pay $200 for it because I don't really like EMs. And then I never heard back from the guy. The only other one I got is I did get I got a response that basically said, do you have NBA Jam? That's all it said. And I just said,
I have 12 of them.
The funny thing is, I think I know who it is because I know somebody around me that's looking for an NBA Jam. So I just replied, "I'm buying, not selling," and that's all I said.
Nice.
So that was that machine, that pinball machine, was my one and only real response to my ad. So that's
I had two asking if two people asked me, "Do you have this? Do you have a Mega Touch?" I'm like, no, sorry.
Hey, I didn't pass it to you, fuckhead.
I just have big fingers.
Okay, I'm gonna pass it to Dave from Buffalo.
I'm gonna pass
I've
it
been
to
running the ad before we did this. I've been running the ad for like a year. Got nothing. I did change the ad with a photo, so I have two ads running on Craigslist in Buffalo. And the only two responses I got was somebody asking if I had a Mega Touch and somebody asking, "Do you have this?"
We got echo.
Carrie, I think you're echoing.
How am I?
She has
It was either that or it was the dog making noise.
Well, I had to plug and unplug. But if can you guys am I still echoing?
It's gone now, I think.
Yeah, I had to plug and unplug. That's what it was. I'm having some trouble with my microphone.
Dog. Oh.
This
with
dog doesn't understand.
She's
Doesn't
having trouble with her
understand personal
microphone.
space.
I have nothing to do with it.
No, she doesn't know about boundaries.
Boundaries, personal space.
I'm in the spotlight. I'm always in the spotlight. Everyone loves me.
It's like this, I'm just gonna stand here. Do you mind?
Breathe on you.
It's nice and soft and warm.
I don't care what you're doing. Just can you love me?
I triple dog dare you.
Nice.
I think this place is restricted, Wang, so don't tell me you're Jewish. Okay, fine.
So that's all you had, Dave?
He's got a voice.
No, yeah, I got.
What the fuck he says?
I got nothing. No crazy. Nothing. Just do you have a mega touch? No, sorry.
Oh, I've got a mega
No, but my dad does.
I'll give you a mega touch.
$5.
No, these days no mega touches, so you're going to jail.
What are you offering?
Yeah, he better not have had a mega touch.
You can't afford my mega touch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about stuff I did in the '90s. I'm waiting for someone to come and bark at me.
Right.
Yeah, back in. Never mind.
There's nowhere this conversation can actually go.
So you were drunk at a petting zoo too?
Nice.
Stupid. Oh wait.
No, I've been known to make out with dogs multiple times, tongue in mouth, with a hammer, just for a reaction because everyone around me goes, "Oh my god!"
You know?
There's a word for that, I believe.
Yeah. It's like, dude, you were making out with that dog forever. Whoa, I like that dog.
For those of you not listening live, I'm pretty sure Steve just posted his fucking phone number in the chat.
No,
69 dudes.
It's a trusting group.
The number nay.
So we will not repeat that online, obviously.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good job.
Woo! Censor.
I hope I got it down right though.
Nice. But
Steve,
So,
we recommend you don't do that again. Oh my god.
Oh, sir, God damn it.
That's right, bitches.
That's right, bitch. Wow, I need Chappelle.
So Orange Chip, I don't think they save the chat stuff, do they, on YouTube?
No.
They're just kind of gone when they're gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yep. It's like,
So
As soon as the show
like
shuts
Snapchat.
down.
all of the 2.5 people besides us that are reading that chat in the 10 seconds that the phone number was up.
Yeah.
I love this drink. Thank you, Red Bulls.
So I actually had 3 responses this last week, but I think you guys know of all 3 of them, but I'll go ahead and recount them for our listeners.
I think that's Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one is... Wait
a second.
I'm a listener and I don't know.
Oh, well, look at that.
there we
Some
go.
puppet doesn't know.
Nice.
Not everyone can
All right.
grow an ass. Come on.
So the first one was Asteroids Playing Blind.
You got asteroids?
No, my dad does.
Dude was looking for an offer.
It's on the toilet someday.
Which comes first, the Mega Touch or the Asteroids?
Got asteroids?
My asteroids were so bad I had to get my doctor to mega touch them.
Oh, nice. Hey, I wonder if Gleek picked up that mega touch that he sent me the link to. Killer deal.
So the second one was Beachhead 2000. So that's the there's 2 versions of that. Yeah, so the picture the guy sent me was the upright version, which the trackball and button game, which I hadn't seen before. But Mock actually caught me on because I assumed the first time I heard it was that VR game with the big helmet that you put on and then you can control the game. But I didn't
see girls having sex, and it scares
that.
you.
That's just Griffin.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I had never seen
Got
the regular non-VR version of it, but apparently there's a non-VR version of it. So it threw me off for the thing because I thought that was just the yellow helmet thing. And then the third one was a dude who contacted me first was like a GAC response, right? And the guy wanted to know how to fix a blurry monitor on his machine, which also happened to be a Defender.
Woo!
Winner.
Bring in the logic probe.
So that turned into like me sending him a response, and I sent it to you guys, and I was like, well, if you want to fix a blurry monitor, the first thing you need to do is like clean it, because it could very well just be
you gave him
dirty
good
as
advice.
dirty as
That was
fuck.
pretty kind of you.
Yeah, well, because he wasn't offering to sell it. He was just looking for a fix, and he was looking for someone to come out. And he's like, "Well, do you fix these things?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but like all my time is with my own games." Yeah, my dad fixes everything. But no, it's like I'm not gonna go out to your house and fix your thing for stuff. But here's a couple tips. Like one, take off the the bezel and then clean the monitor.
No, I thought that was the advice.
You need another picture? Oh yeah. And then the second one was like open up the back of it, and the the flyback transformer has a focus knob on it. You could adjust that and see if maybe those two things fixes it, and then you've got your 33 years he's had this game apparently.
I don't know how you survived, slave.
Yeah, 33 years with a Defender. That's unbelievable. How did you survive that? Because I would have had that shit by the dumpster after a week.
Yeah, I mean, in that many years, at least
lift
5 or
up
6
that little suction cup and
right?
stick your fingers in there.
Yeah. What you need to do is take off your
While
pants.
the game is on.
So yeah, I mean, I never heard back from him, and honestly, like I don't really care to, so I'm not going to follow up.
Flyback.
So you get nothing. You lose.
So there you go. So that's I'm up to I think 7 official games on the list. Although the guy with the Defender said that if he couldn't get it working or if he didn't want to deal with it, that he would just send it back to me with some pictures and ask me for an offer. So I got $200. I'll buy a Defender.
Oh, that reminds me. By the way, Carrie, I'm gonna hopefully test fit the control panel to a Defender tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Before I forget.
That's awesome.
It's
It's a nice part about Defender being a very popular game that people loved a lot. There are so many of them.
Strangely enough, the only one I've ever owned was a Cloak and Dagger, which is now at Crankers.
And originally, I was looking for one. Well, Williams Cabin could have been a Defender for Toki.
Yeah,
they made a great.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Not just Defender.
Yep. Yeah. Robotron is a much better choice.
Yeah. I would agree.
Gotta keep those Defenders as Defenders.
I see you. Kill him.
Well,
it
wasn't passed to me, but I will just say that other than Man who prank responded to me, I have had 0 responses to my ad. I check it every once in a while to make certain it hasn't actually been flagged, but apparently even the folks are like, why bother? So yeah, I renewed it. Nothing since I renewed my ad. Nothing.
So speaking of which, should we all renew them?
Oh,
tonight?
damn it! Sorry, I'm a little delayed, but that's only about 35 seconds late. I'm all right.
I'm not sure if I can renew mine right now, Andrew. I think I did yesterday.
I forget to check it.
Yeah, I did mine a couple days ago.
Or auto renew or some bullshit.
I have to renew mine. I haven't renewed mine in a while.
I'll renew
It
mine.
doesn't really matter. I don't want responses to mine because they're all dumb.
On a side note, I was doing
right now.
I was doing my usual searches in the Seattle and the Portland area, and I searched Portland for just arcade, and there's a whole bunch of these exact ads up in the Portland area. So obviously there's some Portland collectors who do the very same thing. Not using the same picture, but using pictures very similar to the ones that we chose.
I was actually able to renew mine. I just did, Andrew.
All right, mine's renewed. Just did mine.
He feels renewed.
Yeah.
We are all refreshed. It's like a gold bonds.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Beautiful day for my neighbor.
Yeah, Carrie, I feel like in our area, Northern California, it's just so much of that's been going on for years. All the want to buy ads.
Every day. I should count how many ads per day and come up with an average of the want to buy ads. Like they're just a ton.
But it still pales in the comparison. And I'm, knock on wood, it won't return. Is those freaking multi-cade supplier, the guy that got busted?
Oh yeah.
There was a guy in Northern California. I mean, I swear it was like 15 a day or something. Like every single day they renew 15 new ads, multi-cades, and some would be themed with Giants logos on them or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice that that's been gone.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't you get an offer for like something that you had to
some
keep animals
orange.
with?
It was like an orange cabinet. They said that it was their aunt's, and it's like you go around catching animals with a net or something.
Keeping animals in a pen.
And he said he just wants to get rid of it. You know, $50. So, of course, I responded without being too excited.
Yeah.
Hey, Gak, this just showed up on Craigslist this evening in my area. Take a look at that link I just posted in the chat. See if you recognize that game.
There we go. The price? No price on it?
No price. Yeah, I'm not interested in the game,
Yeah,
but
it's big.
I do remember playing it at the roller rink. Sunrunner people.
Hey, I could post put the ad up in the show, and everybody could respond by calling Seth and asking him how much he wants for it.
Let's all all mass text them all at the same time. I want it. How
much? Yeah.
All right. If you guys are listening, let's do this.
It's actually working.
Seth wants to sell this machine.
Actually, I don't even recognize that area code, but I know it's. Wait.
That's actually not a full number.
Who's selling that? What?
Oh, you're right. It's minus a digit.
It's missing
Looks
a
like
digit.
a Runner to me.
That's what it is. Yeah.
This is another one here.
So is there,
here you go.
Code?
Here you go.
Oh, there we go.
Ron, you can contact Ron, not Seth.
Ron Johnson. Yeah.
How much is it, Ron?
He gets a message from me from area code 604. Where the fuck is this guy texting from?
555.
Wait, was that Cubert? Was that the one you were looking at earlier, Mock? Or sorry, Gak?
Oh, this is me still.
No, I know. It's just that a Cubert actually kind of looks like that.
Wait, go back to that orange whip. I saw that Super Turbo marquee. Was there someone selling a Super Turbo for stupid money?
30 Canadian. It's 30 Canadian.
Oh, just the marquee. Oh, okay. Yeah, boo.
This one here.
Oh yeah. Oh, never mind. That's regular
Super.
Yeah.
The new channel.
So is that everyone's Craigslist?
Donga
breakdown?
Food.
Yeah, sounds like it.
To the wind.
Well, I don't know if we should wait for him to respond or what, but the Gleek picked up a game.
Hell, he's 3 sheets to the wind. He's drunk as a skunk.
Oh, why don't you shut up, Fred? Shut up, dude.
Just shut up, shut up.
Oh,
what is that? What's that
Winky.
Oh, 62.
Yeah, let's just hold off on this because we're going for another couple of weeks on this, right? So you can always just respond next week.
Yeah.
Or Gleek can get his ass on here and.
Yeah, Gleek.
Yeah,
we've seen enough of his ass.
Update me with your
that was not literally
Mega Touch.
Yeah. His ass is not invited anymore.
I mean, I'm not talking candle wax on the nipples or craft or anything like that.
Get in here, Gleek. I want to find out. Did you get that? Yeah. That big ass deal on Mega Touch? No? Well, fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh. Do it.
All right, here comes.
Fuck
you! Do it.
Fuck you!
It's just every time you say do it, I'll just have it queued up. Fuck you.
I lied.
Just keep playing them. That makes me laugh.
You guys got anything planned for the, well, most of us here probably have a 4-day weekend coming up.
Going to eat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right the whole time, huh?
I'm running 5 miles Thanksgiving morning. Do it every year.
Hey, turkey trot
Nice.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle this year. I haven't been working out.
How about
Good for you.
greasy pork sandwich served in a dirty ashtray?
Hey, speak of the devil.
He pukes, you die.
Oh, there it is.
Rumor has it it's your birthday today.
How'd you know that?
Oh.
On your Facebook page.
No,
You know what?
No, actually, it's
My Facebook turned off for a whole year. I'm like, I wonder if I just happened to turn on this day.
Yeah.
And then everybody's, everybody does, 50 wishes. Everybody, and I just turn it off and not thank anybody.
Yeah. Yeah. No, actually, Seabart said in the.
Oh, okay.
Chat.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, sorry, Geek. I don't have a happy birthday song, so we'll have to just settle with this.
I don't think that we're friends on Facebook.
Oh wait, that didn't work.
No, I like the Mexican horn.
What's that?
Oh, the
Mexican
La Cucaracha.
Yeah, the cucaracha.
There we go.
You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life.
That's totally a birthday song right there. It's very uplifting.
I took the day off tomorrow from work.
Oh, nice.
Birthday present for me. So, I did not hear what that was.
Sorry, you're getting drowned out by Annie. Annie!
Well, I'm trying to answer your question, Jim, if you let me.
Oh, you want to answer
Just answer the question. No, he never did it.
No, I didn't get the mega touches, but I must have just missed it because
Dude, that was a good deal.
You told me to go.
Good deal.
I know, you told me to go for it. I did respond to it. And then, like, just minutes after I responded, the ad was gone. So, someone was a lot quicker than me. Yeah, that was.
Well, it happens to some of us. At my age. No, what?
You know what? I swear, like, Dave was complaining about how dry his Western New York.
Hey.
Whoa. Need some lube there, Dave. But Detroit is wet, man. We got a lot of teams here. So, I mean, one just came up yesterday. I was just so bored. I was like, I don't want it. It was a Donkey Kong Jr. for $350. And then one of my friends ended up getting it. But it came with a Donkey Kong and a Donkey Kong Jr. board inside it with a switcher.
2 separate boards.
Yep, $350. The ad's still up. Here, let me see if I can post it.
Like working Donkey Kong boards are going for like 200 nowadays.
I know. I'm problem of room right now.
That's like a Barney gumbo.
What?
It's crisp. No push.
Okay, man. I got the egg coming up right now. Who wants to share the screen? I don't want to share. You guys share it.
I like your super friends.
Brad's not around.
Yeah, I got behind me. So Brad, go ahead and share. Is Brad on? Where is he?
The Bud Light is just.
How old are you, Gleek?
I'm old enough.
What year were you born?
Come on. 41.
Let's play the guessing game. Yeah, so we got one guess in for 41.
Higher.
Oh boy.
Good timing.
46.
Lower.
All right, you're younger than me.
I'm what was Mock's age?
I don't know.
The
northern side of 40s, I think. I'm not sure.
No, I think I'm right with Mock. I think he's just got a couple years on me.
I would say Mock's in his upper 40s.
So, yeah, so if you're not 46, you got to be older than 46.
You gotta be
46, guys.
Oh,
Andrew hit it right on the nail.
God damn.
The Mock bell.
That's 71, right? Yeah.
71, yeah. You know what's weird? There was a lot of people. So Andrew, you're in that like secret elite chat, like I'm in.
Yeah.
All those guys are born in the same year. Dude, it's hilarious. It's a nonstop circus fuck.
I can't even participate in that thing. I just sit back and watch.
It's hard.
I don't want to get into the circus fuck chat. I mean, if that's your slogan, I'm not signing up.
Hey, that's the only place
lady is hilarious. Two-headed Siamese twin. Yeah. Well, conjoined. Sorry.
I like the frogman that makes the cigarettes in his mouth.
How do you guys share a screen?
I've seen that.
Oh, screen share.
Freaks is a good one.
What? Did it share? What's going on? Oh, it's not working for me.
I'm back. I had to tuck my kid in.
The show has just gotten so fucking
like 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away.
We're a little off tonight.
Gleek had something he wanted you to share, I think, a link.
Yeah, it's not working for me. I can't share for some reason.
It is for me. Speed King?
I can't see it either.
Yeah, well, it's the other game alongside of it.
Yeah, he shared a link, but he wanted to screen share. Is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, Speed King is junk. It's not even a video game. It's like one of those things that are on a reel that you circle around and stuff like that. It's stupid. I guess some people like those things, but
Yeah, Chicago coin. It's old school.
I do not like it.
That
But anyways,
Jr.
Donkey Kong Jr. Yeah, if you hit the left to go to the next picture, that was, as you can see there.
There is only one picture.
Oh, he took it out. Yeah, because the Donkey Kong Jr. was sold. It was basically $350 each or $600 for both. And little did anybody know that Donkey Kong Jr. had both a Donkey Kong and a Donkey Kong Jr. in it with a Switch. So someone got a good deal. I was
and
first
two separate circuit boards, or was it the double Donkey Kong board?
I think it was two different circuit
double
boards.
Donkey Kong, dare you?
Wow.
So, anyways, I saw the ad when it was 29 minutes up, so I would have been the first to respond, but I was tired yesterday. I just didn't fucking care. So I texted my friends, "Do you guys want this?"
Wasted.
Wasted. So actually, all three of them passed on it too. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "You guys suck." But then a friend of a friend's got it. Huh?
I said that's because they all went in on those Mega Touch.
Yeah, they fucking stole my Mega Touches away from me.
That was a better deal
anyways,
than I got it.
I know. And the thing is, you could have definitely built like two good ones out of all those he was offering. So
that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah. So someone definitely took him up on that. I should have been a little bit quicker on that. I don't know why I hesitated.
Well,
it's just
candy is dandy, but liquor is quicker.
Getting back to what you got, I guess to tell you about my ad.
Whoa, hey. Let's be mindful.
So I got 2 responses to my ad.
You've got a nice ad.
No, we've all seen your ad.
We've seen the ad.
It's all the same as yours. Where
I don't know about that.
I'm not going to look for it. One was the second response I got basically was asking me if I knew this one guy. I forgot the name, like Al Capone. Not Al Capone, but it was like, some random name.
You're in the wrong section of Craigslist.
Yeah. Like, I didn't answer that one.
Casual arcade encounters.
Basically, you said if you know Al whoever.
I clean up my messes. Yeah. No questions asked.
Meet me in the bathroom of the arcade.
My first response, as I took you guys down the road with me.
Hi, I'm a 36, 24, 32.
They call me the human mop.
I clean up everything.
I used the same ad as you guys did, so there was no funny business there.
Oh, well, that's no fun. Get it? No.
So we went down 9 emails. This guy gave me pictures.
Whoa,
I said,
dick pics?
Yes.
How much?
I would share it, but my screen's not working.
I'm sure you will.
So the pictures look good. I said, "Do you have a price in mind?" He says 300. I'm like, "How about 150? I can meet you halfway." Because I'm trying to play the role of like,
let's meet at the corner.
It looks like this is a business transaction here, so I can't take 300. I really didn't want it, so that's why I was just messing around. I said, I'll meet you halfway. I'll do 150. And then he comes back, "How about 200? I'm like, "I'll tell you what, I'll bring 200 cash with me. I'll take a look at it and we'll see what I feel about
I'll
it."
punch you in the face and I'll give you 100. Call it even.
So finally, after 9 emails in, then we finally decide to trade actual phone numbers and addresses and all that stuff. And I went to.
Wait, what's that?
Oh no, you didn't.
So I drove out to his house. He had the game all plugged in and ready for me. It was on.
Oh, it's ready.
It was warmed up.
Oh, baby.
Look good, and actually, I
Sounds
can't believe
good.
it's a standard resolution monitor because it's a 1987 Atari game. Not a game I wanted, but some of you guys might know it. It's Blasteroids. It's like a color raster version of Asteroids, basically.
Blasteroids is a fun game.
It is a fun game. I enjoy it.
It's a good looking game.
If you've got 2 players, it's a lot of fun. By yourself, it's not as much fun. But like 2 players,
I was
it's
going to
fun.
throw that right in my storage unit, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give it some game time at my house. So I actually pulled it in my house and I kicked out elevator action. So elevator action's getting the storage unit.
It got kicked to the curb.
Yeah. So Blastoids was everything's working on it. Everything's original inside. I picked the
looking for your pick, but is that one of the ones that I had to toast because our Slack group was full?
I sent it in the Slack chat. It uploaded.
Yeah, but there was a point where the thing was full, so I had to toast all the pictures out of it.
Oh yeah, I got toasted. I'll send it to you right now then. So it's in my queue. So, anyways, so that was one thing that I got to recall earlier. Your question on what have you learned in this hobby, and I'm surprised Jim didn't mention it. Is we all learned how to lockpick these motherfuckers, you know, and that was a skill I didn't have before I got into this hobby. So we bought a lockpick set. You know, you got to learning these things, and now you can open up these locks way quicker than drilling them out. So, and also I picked a phone. I got a phone, like a payphone telephone. That was a really hard one to pick, but you know, little channel on YouTube kind of taught you how to pick it, and a medical lock, and it was kind of cool. Took a half hour to pick though. But so I will show you the photo. I'll give you 2 photos actually. One photo was of the actual game in the guy's house. Next photo, I guess it's not really important that you see that I got the game that's in my truck, right? So, unless you want to.
That means it's new in box to you.
All right. So I posted both pictures. So, anyways, Blastoids.
What do you plan to do with that propane tank that's sitting right beside it there?
Should have took that, huh? Or like doesn't work.
It's a nice looking cabinet. It's not in bad shape. Whoa. You can really get a detailed look at this bad boy.
Yeah, well, it must be a good picture then.
Fix the corn door light, would you?
Yeah, I got to get to that. Some of the side art's like little clipped here and there. So this game,
Tempest spinners. I forgot about that. That's cool.
Does any other cab uses any other game uses cab? I've never seen this cab before.
No, I don't think so.
It looks like
it's similar to a lot of the later Ataris, but it's that same like large head, small base kind of thing that Atari was doing.
Yeah, the base is actually wider than the entire thing. It measured out like 26 or 28 inches, and the rest of the cab's all 24 inches
round. Think about it.
No, we're not talking about.
Waka waka.
Yeah.
So Matt, yeah, you're actually right. So like 720 is a similar shape in concept, but it's a very, very different cab. But yeah, it's like that same like big head, small middle, and a big base. Yeah.
Small head, big base, huh?
Skinny in the middle, tall up top. Yeah.
Bulbous.
It's all head.
So you know, I guess I got a good deal. I wasn't really expecting to get a game out of this. I really didn't. I was almost treating it as a joke because I never did one before. I really didn't want a game like Jim doesn't want a game. But this guy was actually real nice. He was real pleasant to talk to. And once I got going with it, I'm like, I guess I'm going to buy it from him.
Do you have a new friend now?
No. We'll see.
Maybe.
Maybe. And then...
I mean, for $200, what working game isn't really worth $200?
Even that PCB set sells on eBay like for $400 for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm not sure people are buying it for $400.
Did you want me to show the one in your vehicle?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't care. It doesn't.
I'm showing it. Damn it! Let's show this.
And also, if it's got the original monitor in it, you've got a Sanyo in there, so you got a good monitor in it.
Oh, okay. You know what? I didn't even take apart the back board yet. Could have rats in there too, but I didn't look in the back yet.
Yeah, if it's got the original monitor in it, you got a Sanyo.
You have a
I'll let you guys
bag
know.
of weed in there too. You can be making big bucks.
Oh, there was since the guy didn't have the key to do it, there was also $4 in quarters in the coin box down there. So I made $4.
So it was only $1.96.
Got it. So I'm glad to report that's my one and only success because I'm really hoping I don't get any more. But how can
you don't want to
refuse
get that $400 Major Havoc at all, do you?
Exactly.
If you get that, just pass it along to me. That'd be great.
Waiting for that space app. Yeah.
Are you looking for one of those too?
I am. You got 4 of them?
No. I picked one up a few months ago, but other than that.
Someone else picked one up too. Someone on one of our YouTube channels. I don't know what areas he's from though.
I got hoes.
So there you go. I can't say electronic. I learned a lot about electronics. It's a never-ending learning thing because I have learned about monitors more. But I would say the new thing I learned from
Boring.
Sorry, Mike. You came on so late.
I
It's
know.
the story of your life. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Now swallow your mic, Mike.
Hey, Gak got the same mic I have now, so
give it a rim.
Knows how big it is.
Yeah. I like that space app.
I've never seen it in a while.
It looks like a Space Invaders kind of cabinet.
Nice.
It looks like an LCD monitor in it too. It doesn't look like it's a tube.
No, it looks like a CRT.
Sure.
Oh yeah, it's on way on an angle in the back though.
Okay. Looks pretty damn crisp and colorful. That's it.
It's got that the characters have that glow around them. You don't get that from an LCD.
Yeah.
Like they're
pretty
soft.
bad. Wait, so this one's a colored version then, not the black and white? Because that does not look like a black and white overlay.
No, it doesn't.
That looks like clean, crispy
But it's a
color.
different company, right? It's Ematron, who actually made the game originally.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Why are you showing this? Do you have this, or you know someone who got it?
No, I just saw it earlier. Was it today? Yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was the other day.
Yeah. I'd never seen one before. I just thought it was a really cool looking cab. Apparently the game plays differently too.
Huh.
Big fan.
I'll trade
I love Zep.
I'll trade Blasteroids for it.
That one's not mine. I have a regular space app upright.
All right, kiddies. I actually got to bail. Tomorrow's gonna suck.
Boring.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm working on
All
a
right, Jimbo.
annual video. So
Yeah, your video.
I need my creative juices.
What happened to Monk? He didn't join today. He's always
sick.
He's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Jimbo, have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you guys too. Keep me
Let's share
posted
some pictures of our turkey with each other.
Yeah, well, keep me posted on your Friday. I might be able to swing that.
I should have done that. I should have done that a month
As long as
ago.
you guys can play a game that I actually have here, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can always name it, but
Toki
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
I'll play the mute version.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, for me, I don't
It
have
plays
the computer
great
anymore.
with no sound.
Yeah.
Thanks, Orange Whip. No, I'm just kidding.
It was working, man.
Yeah, get me up.
All right.
Very good night.
Bye, guys.
Hey,
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Buffett.
Thanksgiving, Jimmy.
See you guys.
Buffett, I have a quick question for you.
What's up?
I have I'm trying to find a cap kit or something for a Toshiba monitor, and it doesn't seem like I don't see one. Does anybody sell those? Do you sell those? Is that
Give me a cap list and I can make you one.
okay?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, the oddball monitors like that, you should always make your own list.
Okay. So, but so here's the question: how do you make a list? Like, I don't know anything about.
Get a Sharpie and a piece of paper.
Okay.
Read a cap, write it down, put a black Sharpie on the cap. Go to the next one. Read the value, write it down,
But I
put
mean-
a black Sharpie on the cap.
Well, I mean, I can go through and find all the caps. Like, that's not a problem. But is there an art to it in terms of like, oh, I should try to get these caps, but not those caps? Like,
No,
how do you? Because otherwise, I could just make a whole. I could just like do the whole,
Do them all.
do everything.
Just do all the electrolytics.
Okay. And then, but not worry about any like, nothing. I don't need to worry about the other ones.
No, bring on a board, Carrie. Let's do show and tell.
You don't need to worry about the polypropylenes and stuff like that. Just the electrolytics.
Okay.
So, and that includes all the big ones, just in case you want to change the filter cap. So, if it's old like the monitors like K7s and stuff like that, I recommend changing the filter cap. Do you have to? No, probably not. But it's recommended to.
But you're in there doing it, you may as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, exactly. If I'm pulling it off and having to discharge and do all that kind of shit, yeah, the caps are cheap. The fucking shipping is not.
Yep. So now, unless it's
a
filter cap that I don't stock, I'll have to order it. But I mean, and of course there could be some values that you have on there that I don't have that I'll have to order, but that's not a big issue.
Okay.
So yeah, just get me a list of all the electrolytics. And just write down if you have, say, 5 1-50s, you can list them all out if you want, or you can put like times, this many of this value cap.
Okay.
And it's always nice to actually include the locations.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that way also, you don't have to pull them off as you do it, but just leave them on there until you get the new ones back. That way you can at least have something to compare again.
Yeah.
So here, this is a G07 CBO. As you can see, I do it a little differently than what Buffett was saying. I mark all my caps because I have all the caps. But you could do it one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And the only ones I have marked here are the electrolytic ones, the ones that look like little tubes.
Yeah.
All these other ones, like like these little chiclet caps, those never need replaced unless they're cracked off or if they're popped off the board and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I always replace the filter cap. I don't know why people say don't. And every time I take them out, they usually test fine. But why the fuck not? They're like $2. Replace it.
Right.
30 years old.
If you're buying the cheap ones, they're like $2. But
yeah, get the 105C.
I don't buy the cheap ones. A lot of times the filter caps for me are between $3 and $6 a piece.
Buffett, I was just throwing out a number there. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I know. But yeah.
I'll pay $6, Buffett. Don't worry.
Just so the people that are listening don't think, oh, we can get them for $2. No, that's not always the case.
Yeah, the filter caps are not cheap generally because they're bigger and they're oddball size, like 680 microfarads at 500 volts and stuff. So
yeah, some of them are
just an oddball. Yeah. And here's the thing. Sorry, there's a thing too, Carrie. Mostly because these boards are 30 years old, and of course you're going to get better caps. But the size of these electrolytic caps are going to be like half the size. Because
no. I mean, Mike, I'm not gag. I've done a lot of CAP.
I don't have to hold your hand.
I just have never had to build one myself. Love you, gag. He's like, oh, and you know that Cloak and Dagger control panel? Yeah, I'm having some trouble testing that, and we're going to have to hold off on that prototype.
I like it. I'm like, I didn't mean to.
No, it's all good. No, you're absolutely. I just had to, take a moment to poke some fun. But yeah, no, what's really funny is when you get one that's that was especially big, and then it ends up being like the replacement is like, oh, what happened here? Yeah.
Can you do the job?
We have a new caller who's apparently calling from his fucking closet.
Yes.
Right?
What?
That's an impressive coat rack you got back there.
Are you like a theater major? What's going on here?
This is just the office now. Office turned into a closet real quick.
So you work in a laundromat. All right, gotcha.
Yeah, apparently, yeah. There's all my stuff here.
Is that Superman's cape?
It looks like a Canadian RCMP uniform is what it looks like.
Strangely enough, your whole collection that back there looks like women's clothing. I mean,
know.
be what you want to be,
In this day and age, we don't want to be on that list of guys getting nailed for sexual harassment.
That's right. Maybe nailed isn't quite the right word for it.
All right. Well, you joined.
The man was brave enough to join
Let the poor man speak.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
10 o'clock Pacific, which is,
It's 10:04, yeah.
So, Matt, introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Matt from LA.
Okay.
I run Downtown Arcade.
Oh,
cool.
Cool.
It
Cool
just
shirt.
happens that I'm still wearing the shirt from today, so I thought it would work in.
Nice.
Are you drunk?
I don't think so.
Does he need to be?
No,
I mean,
because I
it
think,
helps.
Not a prerequisite.
I mean, I could be.
no, it was
right.
Matt.
Oh, chicken some bullet.
There you
All
go.
right.
Oh, the bottle. Somebody else in the chat early in the show that someone said they were already drunk. I thought it was Matt.
No. I saw that. That was like one of the first posts, like at 7:50.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa, okay. Nice.
So, Matt, tell us about yourself. You own your own arcade, like commercial arcade?
Repair.
You repair there. Okay, cool.
Yeah, repair, sell.
And you have your own collection of games too?
Yeah, they were here until like a few months ago when I moved into a warehouse.
And then your wife brought in her wardrobe.
Yeah. She was so happy that I moved, the few machines I had here into the rest of the warehouse. Now she's like, she has her closet.
All right.
But that's okay. It's okay.
So, I'm always curious. How did you hear about us? What brought you here?
I saw on Reddit.
Okay.
Reddit.
What?
All right,
Reddit?
Orange Whip. I guess you're a multi
I've been
cross promotion's working.
So I've seen a few posts before about.
Welcome to Show 101.
Yeah. And by the way, we're the longest running live arcade podcast on YouTube. I just want to keep saying that tonight.
I'm making my right now.
So, are you on KLV, Killer List of Video Games?
Yeah.
You are, okay.
Guitar. Downtown Arcade Repair.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I post every once in a while. I don't post too much though.
Maybe we could do
Right, so
kits
that's
for Jack.
D-tar, not D-tard, right?
Yeah, not details.
Sorry. I want to make sure I got the spelling right there for everyone.
Let's see how this tastes.
So how long have you been in the arcade business?
Well, I mean, professionally, like for Downtown Arcade, I would say 7 or 8 years where I've actually been going to customers' houses and, charging. But before that, I started when I was like 12 or 11.
What?
That's crazy.
I'm 32 now.
So Downtown Arcade, is that like a bar arcade, or is it just a reseller, or what is it?
That's just the name. It's selling and fixing, basically.
Okay. So a repair shop.
It's not a bar. There's a couple bars that have like Party 2 or Button Mash or Blipsies. Those are like the barcades around downtown LA.
Okay.
But yeah, we're mostly mobile fixings. We do fix at the warehouse, but
he's currently looking for a Gravatar CPU.
Yeah.
Dude, you have a 4-star rating on Yelp. Nicely done. That's in the arcade business? That's insane. Yeah. Nobody gets a 4-star rating. People are bitchy.
There you go. What is that? We're smashing the pinball. Jeez.
Aw.
It's already some friends.
Yeah, right.
I have how many friends?
Yeah.
This is one of the things that always kind of like amazes me. There's people on KLV that I'm not gonna say they're lurkers, but they've been there forever and they just hardly ever post.
And
they're not active, really, interacting with people. That there's people who've been there for 10 years, and have less than 100 posts.
Don't be a Gleek.
Like we're plugging his shit. We're plugging his business for him.
Downtown Arcade.
Right there.
There you go.
Nice.
Cool.
Right? Like I said,
there he is right there.
4 stars. That's awesome.
So now you've piqued my curiosity. Okay, you're in LA, not too far from Hollywood, movie stars, all that.
Oh man.
You had to have repaired some games at famous people's places, right?
Yeah, definitely, of course. Plenty of them.
All right. So what were some of the? Give me a couple of crazy examples of.
Yeah, we need some stories. Yeah.
I mean, some stripper party going on while you're fixing a game.
Well, that's definitely the rush drops right before, like 2 days before, like Halloween. They're having a Halloween party, of course, and we'll pay you triple of what you normally charge just to take the monitor, fix it, and come back, within 1 day. I usually take the monitors out. I don't like replace them or repair them on the spot just because it requires me to take too many parts with me, and it's just not
right. Exactly.
I don't have all the space. I don't want to do it. It's too much.
Gak, keep talking like you know what your fuck he's talking about.
Well, I'm pretty much. I pull the monitor, I take it to someone that can fix it, and then I'll put it back in after it's fixed. So I can relate. I just don't do the fixing part.
I mean, I'm not just arcade games. I do pinball machines. I do jukeboxes. I do like basketball machines too. And one of the clients I had, they put me on call for like $800 for 4th of July weekend, just in case their basketball machine went down. And what they did, it was a beach house in Malibu, and they put the machines on the sand. So
my gosh!
Whoa!
All the tide came in.
What could possibly go wrong?
All the machines have sunk down like 4 feet. Like, you put the machines on the beach,
and the fucking tide's coming in, right?
Yeah, right.
There's the story Gak was looking for.
They're gonna sail that. They're gonna sail that shit to Catalina.
Yeah.
The guy was a billionaire. He didn't care. The machines got all jacked up. They took him out, put him back on the front driveway, and shipped him to a storage unit. Boom.
Wow.
Like, we don't care about them anymore.
So was it a famous person in that case, or?
It was the owner of a basketball team. Not
a
local basketball team, but a basketball team.
Okay.
So he was pretty. He's a billionaire.
Right.
Mark Cuban.
Wow.
All right, so you work out of people's houses a lot for like doing the repairs. That's the mobile thing, right?
Yeah.
So how many housewife boobies have you seen? I mean, how many porn stories?
Yeah. I mean, you have to have a bunch of
I want to know how many
so-
porn plots you've lived through in 20 years of doing this shit.
I mean, if you want to hear that, dude, I have more for being a pizza delivery driver.
All right, let's hear those.
Arcade.
I don't give a fuck about the arcade stories. Just tell us good stories.
Yes. We want to know about the.
We want to be entertained. Dance, damn it.
Yeah.
we got you on here, so entertain us.
What kind of famous people have you worked on their games or anything?
I want to hear more about the pizza stories. The pizza stories are the good stories. Let's hear the pizza story.
Okay.
Stories. Come on, the pizza stories are stupid.
The pizza stories are turning Dave on.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry.
Fuck. None of you guys are in SoCal?
No, our SoCal
here,
contingent's
usually-
gone today. It's good that you're here.
Joel
Just move
Griffin
down.
is.
Yeah, there's two guys that are on
Yeah.
normally that I live in the San Diego area, and one of them's sick, and one of them is having fun on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I was
Getting
like,
lucky. The other one's getting lucky.
Let's get a happy ending.
easy. Come on, that was too easy.
10 o'clock here.
That was way too easy.
There's
Yeah,
also
small.
Keith. Keith is down that way. And
Oh yeah, that's true.
There's a few Southern California guys that come on here.
Yeah, when I first popped on, I saw one of the guys on the chat that was one of my clients about 10 miles away.
Is that Brian Frober?
No,
No. Okay.
keep going.
I don't know. Let's see. Who else is in Southern California?
Oh, this guy. Nope, not that one.
Well,
Now.
I don't want to be rude, but I got it. My daughter just came home. I'm going to jump off so I can talk to her. So
Bye, Carrie.
Good night.
All right, Carrie.
Carrie,
So long, farewell.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
We gotta do
I
our
hate to go and miss his pretty sigh. Bye, Matt. Thanks for joining.
Go.
Bye.
Yeah.
Wait, so have you done some cap kits for GAC in the past? Is that what...
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the wrong part of the state.
Yeah, I know.
I airmailed them to LA.
But yeah, he ships them down there. Not a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys are shipping any monitors or any chassis to LA, you guys heard of P&L, right?
I repair a lot of their stuff. Yes.
P&L?
Yes.
P&L, West Covina, Baldwin Park. They switch around every like 2 years to another warehouse, but they were near me. Those are the monitor guys.
They're the ones that do a lot of repairs down there.
Oh yeah, I mean, you guys know.
And obviously they have repairs they can't do because they send them out to Buffett. If you don't know who Buffett is.
Well, yeah, no, I've definitely seen him.
Right. Okay.
When I'm looking for arcade repairs, I see around. But me, I have P&L, which is about a 20-minute drive for me, and they repair the majority of the chassis for Betson.
Oh, okay.
So, and we have down in Anaheim, we have Betson Imperial, which is, Betson. So Betson's not
we
too
have
far.
Mr. John Jacobsen in our chat right now.
What?
It can't be John. It is John.
It's a poser. Right?
I have no idea. Could be.
That seems legit. Okay.
Sorry,
So
Matt. Sorry to interrupt you there.
So you've used P&L also? Hello.
We lost
Yeah, where's Jimbo and his sound effects?
P&L does everything. If not a simple fix, I'll just automatically just send the P&L. I don't waste my time with it because I have so many other appointments and repairs to do that if it's not going to take me about 10 minutes to do, I'll pile them up to about 5 chassis and then drive them all down there. Mostly because there is a good Mexican restaurant about a 2-minute drive from their place, and I always time it for lunch. So it's easy just to get there and go to lunch.
Nice, there you go.
Yeah, so I mean, I make lunch out of it every 3 weeks, whatever. And I always time it for lunch. So it's easy. Nice, there you go.
What's up?
Yeah, so, I mean,
Welcome, caller.
Hey, John.
Dude,
we're here with Echo.
There.
What?
Caller.
Tell him to join the video chat.
He is.
What's up? I'm here.
John, all I hear is echo, dude. Are you on like a satellite internet connection?
What? I'm actually in the video or what?
Yeah, we can see you. You're kind of blurry. You're probably on a laptop or something, or your cell phone.
Looks like a
it's my MacBook.
Marijuana haze.
Cool.
Did you smear Vaseline on the camera?
Like The Simpsons.
Well, he was just watching porn before he logged out with us.
Listen, this is Dave from Buffalo's fault.
It's always Dave's fault.
No, I was just looking at Facebook and he posted something like 30 minutes ago, and I'm like, "You up?" And I like his response. He goes, "What?"
Because Dave texted me or something.
Like what?
I didn't really expect a response. What? And I'm like, "Hey, we're online, man. If you're up."
So what's up, John? John, are you in Chicago or what?
What?
Are you in Chicago? Are you home, or were you back east still?
Yeah, I'm at my parents' house right now.
Oh, cool.
Hey, I'm on it, man. If you're up.
Echo. Yeah, we're hearing that echo.
Yeah, I turned it off. I think that goes done. Yeah, I'm at my parents' house right now. But Dave from Buffalo, he text messaged me and sent me a link to this, so here I am.
Sent you his dick pic.
Listen, I want to tell you guys though, like seeing Gak and Orange Whip, like I fucking love you guys. Like we've
love
done
you
so
too,
much
Johnny.
together. Like I mean that.
We miss you.
We do miss you.
Like I want you guys to know that that's the truth. Like I fucking love you guys.
Well, we've said it multiple times. You know, we you know, we've all become friends here. You know, from the arcade outsiders. You know, so
I mean we're all arcade bros, right?
That's right.
I mean,
Yep.
hey guys, I want you guys to know that is.
All right, Matt. Have a good one. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Matt.
Regardless of what happens, or don't do, or together, that's where I am. You know.
Well, dude, we're so glad you're here for our 101st
Who's the
episode.
fucking guy with the Modelo? I don't know who that fucking is. Who is that?
We don't know who he is either.
He found us on Reddit.
He found us on Reddit. Yeah.
Well, like Orange Whip and Dave from Buffalo and Andrew, and I fucking love you guys. I mean that. So I'm drinking red wine. I'm drinking some like cheap fucking wine right now, dude. I don't know what it is.
Carlo Rossi? Is it Carlo Rossi in the gallon?
No, it's like Foxford or something. It's like the worst shit possible.
You got that shit out of a box then, out of your parents' fridge. You're raiding their medicine cabinet. What's going on?
Cheap.
Hey, do you guys all have your non-arcade day jobs?
I thought you left.
Who? Who's talking right now?
Modelo.
Oh, the new guy.
Yeah.
Well, John, you know Gleek, right? You know who here don't you know?
I love you, Gleek. By the way, I love all you guys.
You love me? Sure, you hate me everywhere else. I'm kidding.
Yeah, you guys fight on WhatsApp.
What's that bike behind you? Looks pretty cool.
That would be. That was a prototype I made back in 1999. That was one of the first bikes I built. It actually has custom 22-inch diameter wheels. So that's the one I've been trying to ride this year.
When Gak came to my house, he brought me a book.
Yeah,
guys, I don't know if you're serious BMX fucking legend like Gak. Like this is like Tony Hawk type stuff, but BMX. Gak was fucking there. 100%. You know,
hey, let me buy my skateboard. It's right here.
Yeah, I've lived an interesting life. I'll say that.
Gak, that seat looks really small. Can you fit on that seat?
No,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
My butthole, the seat post.
I'm just saying. Just saying. Sorry. Doesn't look comfortable for guys like me and you.
Yeah, no, it's not for sitting around riding.
Yeah, we've all aged. I get it.
Okay.
But Gak was like with Matt Hoffman was the Tony Hawk of BMX, right? And Gak was like right there with all that shit. That's badass.
Where's the skateboard?
Yeah, what was the skateboard? What was the deck we were just looking at?
It looked like a little miniature one.
It's Dwayne Peters.
This camera's so good, by the way.
He's got some kind of SoCal feed.
Dude.
Orange Whip's camera is so good.
He's hosting.
I'm hosting. I also have a lot of lights on too, so
yeah.
Like your camera's like way better than everybody else's.
Mine?
Yeah, yours sucks.
No, he's right. Whip. We were like high def. I can see.
Whips has the best. Yeah.
I have a lot of lights that I've been investing in. So
yeah, a camera.
Got studio fucking lighting here.
He purposely has like filters on, the United States to have shitty reception.
I have like 3 IKEA $7 lamps sitting right here. That's what I have.
Canadian shit.
It's funny. Speaking of Gak's famous BMX history, I still remember walking into that post party in Tacoma that Sean did.
Oh, right.
And he recognized Gak the most because of his fucking BMX days. He knew who Gak was.
Is that right?
It's bizarre.
So, guys,
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
This year, obviously, I was not there, and but how was it? Was it good this year?
Wait, we missed the first part of what you said.
He was asking about Gleek Fest, yeah.
No, I just said
Gleek
how
Fest.
was Gleek Fest. Obviously, I was not there. It's a little sad. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
No, it's super sad, but like I want to say like this year was the same as it's been the last 4 years.
Right.
It was great. I mean, Steve puts on an awesome party, and we just let Steve.
Yeah,
run
well,
it.
Steve's class act, man. I mean, come on.
Dude, yeah, Steve is the champion.
Hey, John, you remember the guy that we were playing cards with who was really hammered?
What game?
When we were playing poker in the room, who was really hammered at Brofest this year.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody was hammered.
No. Remember the guy that he left, and then you went out and talked to him when he came back.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
That
he
guy
came-
was fucking nuts, dude.
Dude, he's the greatest guy ever. He came in second in the bronze challenge. He's coming to Buffalo from vacation. That guy's awesome.
That guy was fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
No, he's awesome.
The story.
Scott Bardelli, dude, he's an awesome Scott.
He shared the
He's a
story
great
with us.
Really?
Oh, dude, he's a great guy. He's a great guy, and you did his service by going to get him and bringing him back because me and Leo were like, yeah, dude, because
everybody was mad at that guy. Remember that, Dave? Like
got
everybody
the
wanted
gold
to
time.
So I got to hear his story.
Big time.
I went outside and I got him. I'm like, listen, dude, you got to just calm down. Man.
No, we were all like, dude, we were like, John, just leave him. But John went and got him, talked him back.
What?
And he walked back with this guy, like, you're bringing this guy back? Like, what are you doing? Why are you bringing him back in here? And then he was fine. And then at Greekers, he was a sweetheart. He worked his ass off for the bronze games. He's coming to vacation. We're doing a deal on a game, me and him. He's a super nice guy. It's so crazy because we saw him at his worst. He's actually a really nice guy.
I got to hear Brofest story, though. He talked
the
about
pissing on the clothes. Oh,
he was.
He was peeing on clothes. What?
Well, yeah, he booked a hotel room that was not close to.
Oh, that was that guy.
Oh,
Holy crap!
Yeah. So when he left you guys, he told me the story.
Right?
So when he left you guys,
oh my god,
he didn't know how to get back to his hotel, so he just found some random hotel that was nearby Nassau, and he doesn't even remember checking in there. And he said he woke up the next morning like naked, and he looks over in the corner, and his clothes are all on the floor, just like soaking wet with his own urine. Like he didn't rinse all his clothes.
Oh my god!
Seriously, Gak, were you there for that guy?
No, he told me the story at Grinkfest. I got to meet him last month.
Is he on here somewhere? Is he on here somewhere?
Yeah, he's there. He's in the white hat on the left side of the screen. One, two, three, 4 guys over. That's him right there.
Chris,
that's Scott Bardelli right there.
Johnny,
I murdered him. Like he was such a dick.
But no, he's a great guy. He's an awesome
guy.
He was a little. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't feel sketchy around him, but you could tell he was like, thanks a lot.
No, but like, so everybody wanted to kill him, dude. Like he was like such a
yeah,
because he was so drunk and like irrational, right? You know.
Yeah, he was hammered. He's like, I got tokens, guys. We're playing for Scott. We're playing for money, not tokens. Like you got to put money up.
And John's reeling him back into the fucking poker game.
He turned out to be pretty cool. You know, he was a cool dude.
Nice cat.
Yeah.
This shit still got pussy.
Random.
Yeah.
Random hairy cat. Thank you.
You know we're gonna have Joe and Shaw. Hey John, get Joe and Sean in here too.
What's that?
Get your buddies in here too.
Yeah,
Sean
I don't know. I don't know how to get them in here though. To be honest,
right? Yeah,
I never did that. I don't have that ability.
Where's the rest of the arcade talk here?
For Jow,
I
you
don't
just
know.
have to put a bunch of fucking Brussels sprouts down. He'll come follow him.
Yeah. We finished the arcade talk about 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're past arcade talk.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Andrew, I just like love seeing you.
Aw,
You're like
man.
my favorite guy.
Aw. I want to give you a big man hug right now.
Gak too, honestly, like Gak.
Yeah,
I mean,
miss you too, John.
I don't know. I just love you guys. So
I hope we get to cross paths again sometime.
wherever you think we are right now, I want you to know there's no hard
We're better
feelings.
than
There's
that.
no bullshit. I want you to know that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Same here.
I didn't think there ever was.
Right? I truly mean that. Okay.
And it's not the liquor talking.
No. I'm just saying, we're having a good fest.
Dude, there's never been hard feelings on my part for any of this stuff.
Well, I want you guys to understand that. Like, I don't feel that way. You know.
Yeah.
We've talked about it publicly on the show that we have zero. Like we still love all you guys.
Dude, if you started up Arcade Outsiders tomorrow and that shit was going, I'd be on there fucking every night.
Posting dick pics.
Yeah,
left and right.
I'd be at Brofest if I could afford the price every fucking year. I just can't afford to go all the way east.
Dude, I would be in the chat posting the most horrible fucking internet pictures I could find.
You had a pretty impressive one in our private one earlier.
Last week was awful.
So, do you guys normally do this show like right now?
Yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Well,
It's usually like in the next half hour by 11 p.m. West Coast time. Usually we call it quits. So about 2 a.m. East Coast.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 to 11 Pacific.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
Everyone's usually pretty hammered by then, and we gotta.
Yeah.
We're missing most of the drunk
Thanksgiving special.
So you didn't, John, you didn't get to see.
Yeah.
Buffett's here, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
You guys need to discuss fucking crimpers. Go right ahead.
Dude,
Johnny, you missed Buffett at fucking Grinkers this year.
Yeah, he showed up at Grinkers this year.
In person?
In person.
Yes.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I didn't believe it till I heard his voice.
He got an unnamed sponsor to get him out there.
Exactly.
And we were all
unnamed sponsor.
We were all shitting our pants when we saw him.
Unnamed.
Somebody had to
Hey, Gak,
pee
you
his
look-
ass onto a plane.
Yeah, it looks good. By the way,
Oh, thanks. What's that?
I said you look good.
Oh, thank you.
Your face looks thin. So are you like
Well, it's-
working out? Or you
The rest of my body doesn't match that, not at all. The rest of my body won't match my face. I promise that.
I know, but whatever.
dude.
Your face is thin.
Let's
It's
find
good.
out.
Cool, thanks, man. Yeah,
But Jack, you got pretty thin a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, I lost maybe close to 30 pounds and put it all back on 6 months later.
I know.
It's not easy.
Dude,
especially when you love drinking beer. Well,
like for me, it's all about beer, dude. It's like beer is so good right now. It's like fuck.
Right? Yeah.
It's not fucking fair.
John, are you with your family in Chicago? Do you go there like every year for the holidays? Are you with your family, or no? It's just solo.
Don't you watch his fucking videos, Dave? Come on.
Well, I know that, and I like the McDonald's thing about the Ray Kroc thing. I found that very interesting. I did watch that today.
Yeah, the Ray
original
Kroc thing,
McDonald's.
right? No, I
like that.
I am from Chicago. I'm born and raised here, and every Thanksgiving I come home.
Do you make fucking Mark sleep in his car?
What's that?
you make Mark sleep in his car?
Is Timer out in the car sleeping with a camera?
He has like a
arcade thing.
Marriott.
Hey, who can guess what this is? Got a little switch.
Penile implant.
Got a little switch at the end.
It looks like an
3
on-off
wires.
switch.
It's a switch.
And it's going to an EEPROM.
Oh.
Speed switch, Pac-Man. TT.
TT should give it away right away.
Teeter torture.
TT.
TT.
It's a fucking Audi car.
Yeah, that's the ignition switch from an Audi TT.
Vector.
God damn it.
Vector. The thermal thruster. I don't know.
Oh fuck! Shit! I slipped.
Thermal thruster.
I
Damn it,
slipped.
we lost him.
We lost him. Damn it!
Shitty ass connection in LA tonight. Jeez, I tell
God, you guys.
Did you just kick him?
He's a sober one.
Wait a second. Does that Andy in our chat? Andy. Andy.
Tempest tubes. Oh, he's right.
Andy Baldwin.
Yeah, it's Andy. Tempest tubes.
Yep. All right, we got the right answer eventually.
I know that's the whole point. It was supposed to be suspenseful. That's why I kicked him. We'll never know. We'll never know.
Oh my God.
We just needed Jim's sound effects in
We'll
here.
never know when a switch connected to a EEPROM that has TT written on it is.
Well, so there we go.
Sorry, Matt.
I swear to God,
That's what you get for talking about
friendly to our guests when they show up. And then promptly kick them for being dickheads. Or
Andy's mad.
I'm gonna cruise, but
well, John, thanks for coming and
thanks
hanging out
for having
for
me.
a couple minutes anyway.
Yeah, it's good to
Thanks,
see you,
bro.
dude.
You know,
Obviously, Gak, Orange Whip, Andrew, even Gleek. I love you guys. So
even
Oh shit.
but we've done so much stuff together. Obviously, Dave from Buffalo too. So,
yeah,
we got to do
We all
more
love you too,
shit.
John.
Yep.
We missed you, buddy.
Yeah,
Miss you, man.
yeah.
So
whenever you feel like it, come back, drop in.
There's
yeah.
there's no hard feelings. I mean it ever,
No.
ever.
It's all good.
What are we doing next?
What's that?
What are we doing next?
I don't know, man. We should do something though, for sure.
We're on board, man. There is no hard feelings here at all, man. It's all like what?
Yeah.
What do you want to do next?
Arcade Expo LA next year.
Which we do.
Well, I know we're going on to was it Expo next year?
In March, we're gonna try to meet up there.
Yeah, I was asked to do that already. The banning thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was asked to go there. I'm not sure. It's kind of a weird time of the year for me.
Okay.
Going there?
Yeah, we have plans to do that. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do it. I might not. But we'll see.
Well, if you put it together, then let us know. We'll hang out.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm trying to do less stuff, to be honest. It's like a couple years ago, it was like every couple months I'm doing something. It's like too much,
Right.
It almost sounds like you're doing more lately now with your 2 arcades and all kinds of stuff.
Well,
right?
well, that's the thing, right? It's like, how much can I fucking do, right?
Yes. And I've in the last couple months I've dabbled trying to make my own YouTube things. I don't know how you guys find the time to do that.
Gak, I saw your YouTube channel with the
beer and game pairing.
No, you have like that little thing, whatever you're doing.
Arts and crafts. Arts and crafts with Gak.
Yeah, there you go.
It's very cute.
Bride or something. I don't know. That's cool. You should.
Well, I don't know really how to do full on repairs of games, so I got to figure out how to just do what I like doing.
It's like
Dude,
drink
it's
beer and
cool,
play
dude.
games.
Yeah.
I saw your videos, Gak. I think they're good. You know, you should do more of that. I think I encourage you to do it. I think it's a lot like Joe. Craft beer and arcade games, right?
Right, yeah, but he doesn't really mix them up. He just stands there in front of arcade games and drinks beer.
Yeah.
At least Jack plays them.
John, I don't know if you're looking at the YouTube chat, but Greaseball said,
No.
"Holy shit! I thought John died." Yeah, he goes, "Holy shit! I thought John died."
Dude, John, you're like Snake Plissken.
Yeah, you just showed up.
Maybe it doesn't make any sense.
I don't know who Greaseball is, but that made me laugh. It's like Greaseball. Holy
What's that?
shit! I thought John died.
He's one of our regulars.
Is Greaseball regular?
I've seen
Yeah.
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 Oh, fuck.
I love it. Chris Door, I'm pissed. I came in on this late. Somebody speak.
This topic is there's nothing perfect about
You know
this
who we need to
topic.
get on here? We need to get fucking Greg Hansen on here. Is what we need to get. I miss Greg too. I haven't seen him for a few years now.
Yeah, Greg is he's totally like low key now. He's not into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he posted something today saying he had a new video coming out soon, but that's like one every year. That's like one every year.
He had a really cool video today with his new camera. Heavy production.
Holy
no,
fuck.
I mean, did he do that? I mean, that was like impressive as hell.
Dave?
No, the production was beautiful. No, I was like, wow, I was impressed.
Me too.
It was really good. It was good.
No, that video was excellent.
Oh, I
All
love
right.
beer.
All right.
Yep.
Hey,
Good. Yeah.
Dave
what
will
are you
never
drinking?
grab the IPA.
Bud Light, all the time.
Is all the way.
Hey, John, just so you know, that guy, I mean, someone else maybe was a little creepier.
What's that?
Because the guy from Brofest was actually at Grinkers. He was a super nice guy. I'm defending him because
which guy?
I couldn't stand him. No, the guy that I said don't invite him back. I was so against you bringing him back, and now
Scott Bardelli, I think.
The guy that was drunk in our.
Yeah. But he came second in the bronze challenge. He worked his ass off on the fucking black and white.
Dave, remember that guy was so fucking hammered, dude.
I know. I was so mad at you. I'm like, what are you doing, bringing him back here?
Well, he said something like
he was
wife,
fucking hilarious.
he said like right before Grinkers, he's in a divorce with his wife or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's
No,
like,
he
"Fuck
left.
that."
He left, and then John's trying to be like Jesus and go out and like talk him nice. And he walks back in with the guy. Like, what are you doing? Like, why is he back here? Let him go.
He was fucking hilarious at Grinkers, dude.
You were such a dick to that guy.
No,
I feel guilty about it. I'm like, oh, we can't have this guy just leave all mad.
No, but he came back and he said he did a little pot outside and it mellowed him out.
Pot,
No, he's a decent. That's what he says. He goes, it mellows. Because I go, dude, what the fuck was with you? Did you a bump of coke or what? You came back and you were like fine. He goes, no, dude, I did a little pot. I was better. And I'm like, what the fuck? You came back and you're like, I don't know if John smacked you outside or what, because you just came back and you were behaving and you didn't say anything and he was just a decent guy. But at Grinkers, he was way better. The piss clothes story was the best. But the piss, I made him tell it 6 times, and he told it every time. I'm like, dude, you got to tell the story again. And he did it.
He did, yeah.
I laughed every time. I had to put my own piss clothes on and then try back.
The fact that he just checked into some random hotel.
So, like, Dak, I fucking love you.
Love you too.
Andrew, I fucking love you. Fucking love you.
Love you too, buddy.
Gleek, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you're okay.
Still on the fence.
Dave from Buffalo, I fucking love you. So,
Yes.
but
Hey,
you guys.
John, you better be at Brofest 18 because Leo's gonna run it, and I'm gonna be his wingman. You just gotta make an appearance. You're not running shit. Just come and play a game.
We'll figure it out. So,
all right, guys. Take care. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving, John. Take care, buddy.
Bye.
Take care, mate.
See you, man. That was a random one. That was me because I just happened to look at.
Dave, I was just joking about that. I said you guys should bring John on, and here he comes.
No, I looked at Facebook and he posted something 30 minutes ago. So I'm like, dude, are you up? And this is a response. What? I love fucking cranky drunk people's shit.
Yeah.
It makes me laugh. And I'm like, what? And I just send them the link.
Tonight, you can tell.
No, and then I went upstairs to smoke, and I come down, and he's on here, all fucking smoke haze or whatever his camera was. It's great. I love John.
He showed up in the chat, and so I was like, well, fuck it, I'll post him the link. He fucking joined in.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I verified it was him because you can click on their name in the chat.
That's what I did
go to
too.
their channel. I was like, actually, that's John.
Well, because I looked at it 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
To verify people in the chat, right? Because I can't click on anybody.
Oh, can't you? If you hover over people, I get like a little ellipsis next to their name.
Yeah. It doesn't do any. Oh, the ellipsis.
And then go to channel. You can see if they have a channel.
That comes up. Okay.
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing.
So and then went to John, and I was
Gotcha.
like, all right, well, that's him. So there's the link.
Wow. That's what I thought. Dave sent him the direct join link.
No, he just sent him the link.
No, I just said, hey, dude, you up? What? I can hear his voice say, like, what?
Fucking Jim's up, too. He said something in chat. Fuck or something. So.
What's this carry link? This was at 108?
Oh, that was that guy's shop. That was that guy's arcade, downtown arcade.
Oh, there he is.
That was a Yelp review.
I was gonna say we can end this thing now, but there he is. You guys want to end this thing now?
Oh yeah,
it's almost 11.
I think we run out of things to talk about.
So, all right. Like anyone's listening now, I've been trying to kick off the weekly tournament again. I actually am like 95% the way there. I've been working on it while we've been chatting. So Dig Dug, we're gonna do Dig Dug for the next week. If anybody's interested,
yeah,
I'll post it in the thread. And anybody
Strange
wants
things,
to
right? Sitting right behind his black screen is a Dig Dug. So woo.
All right, and then I may try to do something Friday. If anybody's interested, just like I don't know if Orange Chip, if you have the ability to do the video and want to do that, that's cool. If not, the other thing I was thinking of is Wooden Arcade. He started that Kong Club. And they do like these live feed things on YouTube.
Besides you, Chris, is there anyone else in that?
Facebook.
It's all Facebook, yeah.
Facebook, yeah.
So
There's
besides
a bunch of members on it. There's like hardcore Donkey Kong guys on that.
Oh yeah. Wes Copeland and all the DK guys are in there.
Channel.
So, besides Chris, is there anyone else who's a member of that group? Here?
Out of us?
Just you and I, right?
Oh, the Donkey Kong one? Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think I am.
Right. Well, it's a private group, so you have to request join. But any of you guys will have no
I
problem.
belong to so many goddamn groups on Facebook. I can't remember.
So it just depends on what happens. If we don't wind up doing something Orange Trip, I might just try doing something there, and I'll post a link in the thread or something. But
are you using
for now?
I forgot to ask my wife, so I'll ask her tomorrow and see if I can't remember if we're doing anything Friday.
Okay,
but if not, yeah, I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm thinking, Friday evening.
Are you using Joel's site?
To host the high score thing? Yeah, I haven't posted it yet. I have not posted
what I meant by that is I thought his site was broke. So he fixed that since?
No. Yeah.
Arcade Icons?
No, it had a couple of times where he had like limitations because of too much activity or something. But as far as I know, everything. I mean, I was on the website tonight doing stuff. So
yeah, his cell phone run out of minutes or whatever.
Yeah, something. So yeah, once we're off tonight. I'll probably finish that up and post it. and then that'll be Dig Dug for the next week, and then I think I'll if anybody else wants to chip in, feel free. But what I was gonna do was just do like 4 games between now and the end of the year. Just kind of
I'd love to. Like,
Yeah, cool.
I'll play what I can, but like I mean, it's too cold outside the garage right now.
I hear you.
I'll chip it. I'll play the game at least.
Yeah. There's a couple people asking to keep it going, so I'll try. I tried to get Frizzy to step up,
All right, so Brian's talking about it, and Greaseball's talking about it, Scott's talking about it. So we got some players.
I'll post it on KLB, guys. So yeah, Dig Dug's gonna be this week, and then this Friday I'll post that too. But I'm gonna try to do something.
Name is fine, Brian.
If Orange Whip can help with that, Friday maybe 6 p.m. ish West Coast time to start.
But why don't you run it for 2 weeks since it's a holiday? Give people a chance to actually play. Since it's a holiday, run it for 2 weeks.
Dig Dug, you're saying?
It doesn't matter. Just run it for a week. It doesn't
1 week.
Yeah.
Really?
Whatever. We're doing a show next week, so
yeah,
it's all for fun. It's not a real
right.
We're not giving away money here.
I figure there's enough time to do like maybe 4 games between now and the end of the year. And
I have a Dig Dug is literally sitting right behind this black screen, but it gives me an excuse to try to get that arcade SD in my big blue. So
yeah,
and that's a common enough one everyone should have probably access to playing it. But
yeah, we talked about like maybe like you wanting to do like a bit kit like promote.
I do want to do that too.
Yeah, so maybe I'll get my
talk about that next week.
I'm like number 2 on the fucking list, but I haven't gotten my board yet, even though the guy lives like 30 minutes away from me.
Right. Vanguard is awesome. My setup only has 1 button, and Vanguard plays awesome with 1 button. So, you point your joystick in the direction you want to shoot.
You want to shoot, right?
And it works great. So I love that game. I haven't played it in years.
Yeah, Dig Dug's
other than
maybe.
I remember Vanguard a lot in the ColecoVision.
What's that?
Coleco.
Oh yeah,
Vanguard.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Vanguard at Grinkers, dude. The music got me a boner. Yeah. I played forever. I felt like it was a man.
And there's a handful of Easter eggs on the bit kit too. So I wanted to try to maybe post the video, be in the garage, but maybe next week.
Yeah, so, I heard about the Easter eggs. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, there's some good stuff. So yeah, I'll try to post tonight, but if not, you'll see it in the morning for Dig Dug. And so happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah,
enjoy your turkey.
Yeah, so, happy American Thanksgiving.
Yes, American Thanksgiving, right?
Are we gonna have an offline for a few minutes?
Sure, if you want. So I'll kind of try to remember off the list here. We got
Brian.
We have Matt from LA, the new guy, Matt Rees from.
Yeah, sorry for kicking you off, Matt.
Did you?
John's kind of like our god, so we had to let him talk.
It was kind of like it was more for comedy. It's not personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing personal.
Come back. We'll send you a link again.
Nash Villain was on. Gregers Steve was on. He's pretty hammered, by the way. He messaged me saying, "I want the Hughes Castle, the one we were talking about earlier."
No, I was getting 1-letter texts from him, like a K, a T. I'm like, I don't know.
Steve, I love you. We need to have you on when you're hammered one night. We can just do the whole thing offline if you want, Steve. If you feel comfortable.
Pass out in your office chair. That's fine.
Yeah. So Matt, Brian Frober.
Nash Villain, of course. Clint.
Nash Villain, yep. I think Chuck 12. I'm always confused who Chuck 12 is, though, because I see his name a lot. I'm not sure who he is.
Brado from Up My Way came on again tonight.
Who's that?
brado. He was on there for a little bit.
Okay.
Andy was on.
Yeah, we got Andy.
Andy.
Yep. Let's see here.
What parts of Andy? Like Andy.
So somebody started our chat with us earlier. They only came on for like a few seconds.
Steve W.
Oh, Steve W. Yep.
Yeah.
And some guys start with the N too. I can't scroll back that far.
With the N?
With Matt. Yeah, start with the N. I can't scroll back that far. It doesn't go back.
Tonight's episode was brought to you by Betty Cracker.
Chris Dorr. Chris Dorr was in the chat tonight.
Are you thinking Nashville and Gleek? That's Clint.
Yes,
Yeah.
Nashville. Okay, sorry. You guys already mentioned him.
That's Clint. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait,
So-
no. Was he the same
Scott
guy that
Reed?
joined chat at like early?
Yeah, Nashville and for life.
Yeah.
That's Clint Torres.
Yes.
Clint doesn't get drunk and drink, does he?
Well, neither does Orange Whip, neither does Buffett.
What does that mean?
Oh,
yeah.
I'm mixing people up then because somebody before you even started the show said they were wasted and already drunk early, and so I didn't think that was Clint.
No, not Clint.
That's what I thought. Okay. Anyways, continue. It doesn't matter.
So I think I if I missed anyone, sorry, but Frober doesn't drink either. You know, there's a fair amount of people that, amazingly enough, for as idiotic as some of us are, we got some non-drinkers that hang out with us. Good times, right?
I'm sorry for all of you.
Yeah. You can remind me about it all next week. All right. So thank you, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Eat your turkey. I'll try to post something about Dig Dug, and then maybe Friday we'll see about doing something. And in the next week or two, maybe Andrew, you'll get your BitKit eventually, and we'll do maybe a BitKit review or something. I don't know.
Love it. So looking forward to that thing because you're high scores on that.
Yep, that's right. Of course, Fetish Boy has the impossible to beat score, bastard. So, all right. Well, I guess that's it. So we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
We'll have no outro music.
Hanging out.
Cheers,
everyone.
Night, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.